Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of. Wait.
Almost. No, you keep going off that.
Welcome back to another session of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I'm your GM / host, Jake. Hi. And with me, as always. This intro's getting weird. I'm not. I was like, wait, hold on. Then I'm going to have to go through literally everyone.
Please stop literally crossing the streams.
Oh my god.
Fuck. Yeah, okay. Sorry, had a brain fart. We go live and I immediately go fucking brain dead, apparently. Someone turned
Same.
Someone turned on the little red light and suddenly I just went weep. No,
Can relate.
welcome back, everyone. It has been a hell of a week.
Yeah, sure has.
I had to genuinely struggle to try and remember what happened last session because I was really out of it last week. It was like, so I had to actually go back and watch the VOD. With that being said, to refresh everyone, after a eventful meeting that Pax and Fef attended, and subsequent escape, the party woke Mahajapit up from his restful slumber to inform him of the dumb shit that they had done. That worked out fine, actually. Ooh, okay.
Fine. Yes, fine.
Actually didn't go too badly.
Yeah.
I mainly jest, but
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. But yeah. So, after some discussion with a new, interesting, I won't say friend.
Acquaintance.
Yeah.
Is probably the most familiar we can get.
Oh, I think I need to actually close Foundry real quick because for some reason OBS is not capturing it. So
Person we are ready to kill at a moment's notice, sensing betrayal.
there it is.
I want to say that's a bridge too far, but
Okay, maybe not we.
All right, Foundry should be back up. You will have to leave and rejoin.
It actually auto-kicked me this time, so it did work.
Hey, wonderful. As the stream gets very fucky for a bit because everyone's joining again. But yes. Guys, kind of got a little bit more of a understanding of sort of the political situation in Wormrest. After completing another night's sleep, you guys decided to do a little bit more sleuthing if you could. Eventually winding up in the library, where I believe it was Azalin, who Azalin or Loren. I think it might have been Loren. With that nat 20.
yeah, Lorenz was the one that really came home on that.
Yeah, you guys found out.
Library.
It was Aslan's field of research, though, after we had done what we can.
That's right.
Right.
And had kind of learned a bit more about the history of the rune giants and the worm whose skull you are currently standing in. You went back to the next best thing and resolved to try and find yourselves anything in the city with a sending spell attached to it.
Hopefully, just try and see if we can relay a message and find a way to potentially open communication to the Rune Giants to the south, if that's even a possible thing at this point. But we will find out, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, but both for the Rune Giants and also to get a message back to the
Right,
Archmage and
status report to
yep.
Leolin and Veostrix.
Or Vaustrix also, I think was the other one. depending on where you're from.
Yeah, Valstrax, I know.
I thought he was gold, not silver.
Oh shit, you're right, my bad.
Silver Vaustrax. It's like a Silver Rathian, or Silver Rathlos, but
I
worse.
mean, Valstrax, in his natural state, was like more or less silver.
Yeah.
Color.
Platinum Valstrax. Run.
Running ain't gonna help you against that fucking B-52.
Yeah.
Oh god, golden bezel geese. Basil geese.
Just find a bunker.
Weep, weep, weep. But yes, you all are around. In the morning, when you awaken, back to the next best thing. What will and what do you do?
I think the first place that we wanted to try and look around at would be for any sort of like magical curios shops or any sort
Yeah.
of sellers like that. Try and find anything.
I know we did figure out that the Magical Academy is over in Crystal Wind, but
It's quite
any
a ways out.
any goods they send here would be something I'd want to look out for too, because those would be a bit more likely to have a greater variety.
Right.
So, but yeah, magical curios, scrolls, what have you, anything that anything, like I said, anything that like is officially endorsed by the university, just magic shops in general.
Right.
Yeah, I'd probably want to peruse some of that too.
All right. With getting your breakfast in order.
Real quick, I would like to be paranoid and hit a perception to make sure. I don't know. I feel like after the meeting with the guy, we should maybe make sure there aren't any guards or anybody following us, just in case we're getting sold out.
Not a bad idea.
Okay. Give me a perception check. If you would like to around, see if you spot any additional Gardonians. I'm sorry, Guardonians. They're big
I am
Guar
fucking-
Oh
fans.
god. I
Wow.
really hope fucking Odorous isn't following us, dude, or we're fucked.
That's what I was about to say. Like, I'm out later.
It's too late. If we're being followed by Odorous, it's over.
Fucking the guards are suddenly just dressed up like the fucking Guar in the Guar outfits. Just uh-oh. Run. Sorry, I got myself with that one. No. As you guys kind of step out into the street, as it were, there's no increased guard presence that you really see. Down here in the lower jaw, it kind of seems like most people get kind of left alone for the most part outside of the port. Or I should say that no one there's probably I'll retract what I said. There probably is actually some increased presence, but none of it is specifically directed at you.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll tag along for shopping. Why not?
See, I believe we I think we'd shared before that like the reports from the town crier were that like all of the dissidents had been rounded up and like imprisoned or executed. It was just depending on where you went, whether that was accepted or questioned.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like no general wanted posters or anything for anyone else. They're at least playing it off like everyone is dealt with. So like probably still a good idea for keeping an eye on the guards just in case they are, playing it up but know something else is up, or if it's just all a big show for everyone, including the guards.
Oh, you're not
So I
wrong.
think we're all going shopping.
Yes, I do believe so. But yeah, Maha, you're pretty much on the nose on that one. Matter of
Was relayed on the last night.
So, you guys are going to attempt to go shopping. Where are you guys wanting to check first, if anywhere in particular, or anywhere specific?
I'm trying to recall. I think when we first came to town, did John the Fisherman give us a brief rundown on what's where, or was that?
No. As I recall, he did not. Mostly because he wasn't really native to the area. Or
We
until
did-
Wormrest.
We
You
had heard
told us
something about
something.
markets in the lower spine, was it not?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
remember
spine was the
something about
bazaar.
spine being I was gonna say I thought I heard something about that being like markets and stuff. But
Yeah.
But I don't remember if we got that from you personally as GM or if a character told us that.
You have seen what it would be road markers, as it were, up near the base of the skull, where
Okay.
where there is that big kind of conflux between kind of direction.
Right.
Right.
So
Okay. I think that was when we took our initial little peruse around things.
yeah.
Before going to settle in at the inn.
Yeah, that was whenever you guys were first going to look for the Adventurers Guild.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
So yeah, I guess the lower spine market should probably be the easiest place to start, and then if we have any merchants redirect us from there, that would be helpful.
Okay. All right. Is anyone else wanting to do anything different, or is the entire party going this way?
I think the entire party is going.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna stick with the party.
Okay.
I don't think it's very good for me to go off on my own because I kind of stand out. So
Yeah, I think came together, and also I guess, since we're getting to just markets in general, just if there's anyone that's short on supplies or might need to be in need of tuning something up or replacing any kind of gear, this is probably our best bet to do so.
Yeah.
What's the level progression supposed to be? I know it's listed somewhere for when you get +1s, +2s, +3s.
As I recall, that's actually in the book, I think.
It is. I just don't remember where.
I think it's on the item listing itself. Is the actual rune itself has a recommended level?
No. I mean for is that how it's set up?
Mm-hmm. Because it's a level something item, and that level item
because it's imbued by a certain rune.
Mm-hmm.
Level 11 for +2. Okay.
Yeah, typically
On armor at least.
Probably about the same for weaponry.
10 actually for weapon.
Yeah, about the same. So
okay. So
you
we're
guys
not under.
Right. You guys are heading up you guys are definitely ahead of the curve by far, honestly.
Right.
I've been very liberal with the power-ups. So, occasionally, so clearly I just need to throw more alchemical golems at you.
God.
How about you don't? You know what? Actually, how about you do, but not make it so the only two of us are in the room with it when it starts.
Right. Plus, not to mention, we actually have a decent idea of how to deal with those things now.
Right, I gotta send a different kind of golem at you. No,
Stop.
you guys head up the hill of the lower jaw kind of area, or towards where towards the confluence of roads that you kind of have been on several times now by this point in your time in the city. You're 2, 3. This is your 3rd day since getting to Worm Rest.
Trying to remember how long it's been since we arrived in Clint.
As I recall, because it had been at least a week. It was a week's travel from Christovin to oh god, I'm forgetting my own city names. To Cliffwatch. And then you guys took several days to walk from Cliffwatch to Myola. I'll get back to you on it's been probably about a week and a half, I would say, maybe 2. But I will get back to you on that. I actually, in my program that I have where my map is, it has like distance in miles between locations. You can kind of figure out, so I can like, okay, how many miles have you traveled times how many miles a day can you travel, that kind of thing. But no, it's been roughly 2, I think, weeks, give or take a few days.
Right. I was gonna say it's probably. I didn't think it had been like a month.
No.
By any means, but yeah, I figured it was probably getting a little bit on in time.
Yeah.
Just wanted to get a rough idea how long you've been at this. Remember, Howland had us for a fair bit.
Yeah, and then you guys went up in the mountain from Muli. But no, you head up the hill into the Great Confluence and follow the markers for the Lower Spine Bazaar. And it takes a little bit of kind of traveling, and eventually it does kind of starts to kind of go downhill again. And after a certain point, the bone above you starts to stretch upward, and everything starts to open out as you come into a rather large, almost. I hesitate to call it an opening because it's not quite an opening. It's a large area, where, almost like a tent city in front of you of various different colored tents and stalls and carts set up. As above you, the spine leads up into the sky, supported by by the ribs, and held aloft by the ribs that have been buried in the ground, effectively. And it goes on back and back and back, stretching miles, from what you can see.
I'm trying to recall. Is the this isn't? You said it's not in the spine. The spine is above us.
Yes.
Or
the spine is above you, with the ribs kind of coming off of the spine, planting into the ground, almost creating it with, and then between the different spine bits and ribs are what looks like to be something draped effectively over the rib cages, the rib cage, effectively creating a large open air cavernous type area.
Okay.
And you can see, obviously, you know, there are different like kind of makeshift roads between all the various different tents and whatnot. And you can also see, even from this distance, there are spiraling along the both insides and out, occasionally peeking outside of various ribs, are staircases that have been chiseled. And you can see up above you, along the actual spine bones of the spine.
The vertebra.
Thank you. I was trying to think of the fucking word between the vertebra.
I noticed you like getting stuck on it a little bit earlier, and I was just like, wait, is oh yeah,
the vertebra. Yes, thank you. You can see actual bridges, kind of like chain link supported kind of foot bridges between each of the vertebra, going down along the spine. And that is where, like, some of some you see sunshine for the first time in a while, as it kind of filters in through the whatever they've got kind of draped along the ribs, but also in the open areas between the vertebrae specifically, is where a lot of, you notice, kind of open sky even can be seen.
And again, I can't remember if you gave us like any kind of specific sense of scale for like even just how big the skull was, let alone the rest of this.
Right. No, the skull is fairly massive. Like, I mean, it is big, big.
Sure. I think you said it was like from like where the hill started going up into like the back of the jaw. Didn't
Mhm.
you say it was like about a quarter mile for that?
Something
Or
like that.
right.
I said something specific, and now I don't remember because it's been
Right. It was so far back. That
several
was
months ago.
because that was before we had the hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that got
And
it.
I forgot to write it down. Oh,
Right. Yeah.
uh,
I just remember big city.
yes. Um,
But yeah, just this. I think that Ma would actually kind of just be a little taken aback at the sight of just like with Cressian getting to see all of this.
mhm.
Just there's a little bit of just an awestruck pause for him at this point. Just I don't think I ever even considered a place like this existing. This is I can hardly believe this.
Yeah, the world I know definitely gets smaller by the day.
Well, we're not here to sightsee though.
I will say the
Gotta move on.
size of this area certainly is uh without a doubt it's uh the bazaar itself is big enough to be a smaller city in and of itself, just from sheer area, effectively.
Right.
And then yeah, it's going from the dark, cramped spaces in the skull now out to wide open, bright. You can see sunlight. Uh,
Is it mostly single level, or have they built like vertically up as well, like multiple levels along the like rib cage stacking up?
uh, in the actual rib cage, no. Some of them you might see. There might be something if they're on the bigger ones. You're not 100% sure. But for the most part, it looks like it's mostly just a means to go from upper to lower and lower to upper.
Okay.
But admittedly, it you figure it's probably not a blanket case for everything, basically.
Right. Getting an answer to that would take probably a bit more time than we really have.
Or climbing gear.
I have climbing gear.
That was oh god damn it. But yeah, some of the I can imagine that some of the bigger ribs are big enough at the tops of them to host buildings for the more endeavoring.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that the sheer task of those who built a city into the skeleton of a worm was already an endeavor in itself.
Yeah,
So, like,
exactly.
what's another venture?
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just looking out over this, just if we can't find what we're looking for here, I don't know where we'll find it.
yeah.
Where do we start?
At the beginning.
Well, shall we be on then? I was I was tempted to allow you to take the lead, Lorenz, but realized that
Please
For the
don't
sake
make me
of-
use the accent again.
Oh, but I so want to. I mean, pointing to Paxfam, these two haven't had the pleasure of hearing it, nor Zendros even. I think it would be a disservice to them to deprive them of that experience.
Something tells me I don't want to hear this.
By the way,
Did I do something to you?
No, I like getting my kicks every now and then.
I see.
You know me. I'm always trying to find new experiences, and that voice is one I have never heard before.
That is fair.
Come on, at least take us to one stall.
Yes, yes.
You can take your lead. I'll handle it from there, but give them a show.
Of course, of course.
Be the better showman that your father can't be with his singing.
Oh, well, when you put it like that, it shouldn't be that hard.
See, now you're getting it.
Meanwhile, somewhere in the Bavarian capital city. You all right? I think so.
I just like to imagine every time we've cursed since being away, just somewhere in the distance, language.
Mama just makes a check mark on the wall with chalk. It's like arranged by name and shit.
There's a tally board with all the party members' names along it.
Father Fef is letting her know personally each time one of us curses.
Oh,
God damn
no.
it. God damn
no.
it.
No.
You take that evil knowledge away from me.
The real final antagonist of the campaign is just Lorenz's mother, powered by Father Fef, trying to exact cursing revenge upon the party for having some foul mouths.
One winged angel intensifies.
Bar of soap in one hand, chancla in the other.
Oh god.
Except the Chonkla's a Sabaton.
Which is Cam.
Oh no!
Cam, we upgraded her soap.
Oh no! Oh no! That moment when you realize that the quest you did made the final boss harder.
Fuck.
And Father Fef upgraded the soap even further by giving it 1d12 acid damage.
Why is you like this?
Because it's funny.
Oh, hey, by the way, shiny green button.
Oh, there he goes.
Ah!
Comes everybody eventually.
Yeah.
It
On a
has.
long enough timeline.
On a long enough timeline, everyone hits shiny green button.
Time is a flat circle.
Indeed.
All these circles make a square.
Wait, hold on. How do we know that time is flat, though?
I've seen it once.
see, Dan, you make the joke about all these circles make a square, but all those squares are made up of 2 triangles. So all those triangles make a circle.
Isn't that just basically how video games?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Just polygons, yeah. Yeah.
The final boss of the campaign is just a polygon. A giant, floating, sentient polygon.
No, it's just every semi-baked thought that comes out of Fef's mind just does real psychic damage.
Oh no, we're fucked.
Oh no, we're getting exposed to Fef's weed thoughts. This
Yes.
is awful.
Except
no.
they do psychic damage.
They're
no.
like eldritch horrors. His weed
God.
thoughts are eldritch horrors.
Yeah, you don't live in here. It's like
You know-
going way down in the deep dark ocean. We're not meant for there.
I mean, if that's the case, then I'm pretty sure that letting Fef have those mushrooms turned the final boss into a super boss.
Yeah. Accidentally in Ozma.
But if we beat that boss, we get the true ending.
Fuck, he's right. Anyway.
Yes. So, Lorenz, leading the party,
Mm-hmm.
give me a society check at -5.
That's understandable. That's generous, actually.
Lorenz, I just want you to know, I'm not apologizing.
He's trying to dig the accent out.
No, I just added a fun modifier to this roll.
Oh no.
Dumb fucking accent -5.
Did you just do a Keck W there? That laugh.
Oh god.
It was just, hold on. Where was it? I need to scroll back in my messages with Dustin to find it.
Oh no.
Fucking.
Lorenz, as you're leading the party along, trying to find a good magic shop, or any kind of magical inclined shop. You don't really manage to find a really good magical shop, but you do find a food cart that sells very magical pierogies.
The Michigander in me says this is a good enough find.
I'm not gonna lie, I got hyped.
Feel it though.
Yeah.
God, I'm in.
Hey, see, there you go. Everybody from the Midwest is fucking here for it. Fucking deep Polish roots. Well, thank you, ma'am, but we won't be needing any pierogies today, but maybe in a little while. We'll see how it goes. Y'all have a good one now. Kind of go back to the group. That was fucking useless.
Just doing everything he can to not double over.
Yeah, stifling a laugh right
You
now.
guys watch, by the way, as Lorenz steps away from the pierogi cart. The proprietor and her husband just look at each other going, eh?
What the fuck was that buckwheat sounding motherfucker?
Yes, indeed.
Was a while back this one. Fucking okay. Took longer than I thought to find the clip, but that little bit of that laugh from earlier from Jake was this.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
It's like cleaning a window and then you find a dry spot.
God damn it, I hate how accurate that is.
All right, guys, Pathfinder's canceled tonight. No. uh uh, uh
Did you just watch the clip?
no, I'm just
Seething.
yeah, I'm distracting myself from my seething by painting on a map somewhere. I opened up the setting map and just started painting a fucking snow on a region.
It's just going through other maps, turning 10-foot range traps into 40-foot range traps into 30-foot wide room.
What? All right, so who else would like to attempt to find a magical shop? Holy fuck. Night is officially fucked.
Off the rails.
Scuffed.
Sure. Society for the check, was it?
Yeah.
Alrighty. It's cool.
Oof.
Okay. Okay.
I forgot that with rogues. I just now seeing fucking Pax has better diplomacy than the
No, not diplomacy.
Society.
Oh, right, that's society. That's right. That's right.
I
Maha
will roll
about to,
diplomacy and you can see it, but no.
God.
Maha about to be very fucking upset. Right. So,
Okay.
Understood.
Right.
so between the two of you, you find two different magic shops. One kind of different, two different magic kind of tent areas. One is known as the Winking Moon, one that you find, Baha. And the other one, Pax, that you find is called Thistle Do Nicely.
I much prefer that
Excuse
to the
me.
potential.
Did you just say the words thistle do nicely, as in like the plant moisture that collects on plants?
Yes.
I think he also was the first word thistle as a like
Yes.
actual plant.
Yeah, that's what I said. Thistle do
Yes.
nicely.
This'll do.
I hate.
I much prefer that to Winking Moon, which sounds like a really bad ass pun.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
I was
Thank you.
definitely full on like Limp Biscuit chocolate starfish tier of like maybe we should not go. We're gonna go to both of them.
As long as we wash our hands after the Winking Moon.
Oh no.
So, where are you going first?
Which one's closest, I guess?
You got after you guys kind of split up with two Paxson leading one half of the party, Maha leading one half, the other half, and you kind of met back up in the middle. So it's sort of a
Equidistant.
yeah.
I suppose like if I have to, you know, have a perception roll for this, it's fine. But like with finding, like obviously, if I found it and saw that it's some kind of magic, what did I get a general scout of just from a quick browse to find out? Oh yes, this is magic stuff.
Excuse me. You kind of ducked your head in a little bit. They had kind of like the Winking Moon seemed more to have kind of like magical items like cloaks, bracers, that kind of stuff. You weren't able to obviously take a complete look at all of their
Right, which is why I was saying like if it would just be like something for like a quick perception for just what a stop, peek, and gander would give
Sure.
me, or blind, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
General perception, just for kind of like what they've got going on, basically.
Right.
Kind of more. It seemed like kind of stuff that had kind of magically enchanted kind of clothing, whatnot.
Okay.
You saw a few potions in one section.
Right. Okay. Yeah, 'cause Ma would just like rattle off a couple of the things he saw, and just kind of give a shrug and say, "Might not necessarily help us finding the spell that we need, but could be some place to stop in just to stock up to prep us for wherever this next leg takes us."
Not like we have anything else to do. We might as well go to both.
Yeah.
Okay. You find anything of interest over at your stop?
So the idea was we were looking kind of for stuff that would have been not necessarily Magic Academy endorsed, but would have had goods coming from them, but would that info in terms of like what to look for, like, is there a symbol for the academy that anybody would have told Pax about even? Or would I have
No.
just stuck my head in and gone, oh, magic, and left?
You are not aware of any kind of
Right.
of
I
any
think
kind of symbol.
currently we're on the look for just any general magic stuff, though. Maybe like it could be that now that we've actually found the places where magic stuff is, we might be able to try and ask more specifics about something like that. But it's
Yeah.
just we kind of needed to get our foot in the door, so to speak, with anything magic in the first place.
In that case, I have no idea. I can roll a perception check to see if you'd like to tell me what I've found, but beyond that, I'm just going to tell everybody that's magic.
Yeah. You basically kind of got the general gist that it was magical. Maybe you get the general. You did, however, get the general sense because you had a really good roll. I'll say. You had a very good sense that it seemed kind of like upper scale kind of stuff. Well, upper for the area. There were even some guards nearby that were seemed to be specifically watching out for the place.
Okay. Might be a little out of our price range, but it looked like they might also do custom stuff occasionally or have access to more.
Well-to-do high-end. Certainly worth looking into. Know that sending magic isn't necessarily the easiest to come by. And for it to be something that requires, or at least is in demand enough to have full sending services in some cities, and wouldn't be surprised if it's something either high in price range or kept under pretty tight wraps. Still, not a bad place to look. Should we start there, you think?
Not a bad place to start.
Right.
Okay. You're
Take
gonna
us over to this, what did you say the name of the place was again, Pax?
This'll do nicely.
Was it? I never cease to be. I feel like impressed is the wrong word for the flowery wordplay. All my traveling, you'd think I'd have heard them all at this point. Let's get going to the thistle vat.
the matter, Maha? You're not a fan of
No,
understandable.
no.
Ooh.
I wonder if there's a butcher shop next door called Grist'll Do Nicely.
Oh, and yep, there it is.
Oh, I missed you guys.
Yay! I don't believe him.
You get a reprieve. I have more. I'm going to stop, though.
Oh God!
Oh no!
As you walk into the Thistle Do Nicely, a kind of larger tent that even is big enough to where and seems to be fancy enough to where it has like an actual like tent awning that kind of reaches out over the entrance. And as you kind of come off the Elephant Trail mud path that is the streets around here, oh God, that is the streets around here. Step in and immediately you kind of get hit with some with the God damn it, you two.
Sharing the brain cell.
Oh no. And then I just see Warden is typing and I just begin to dread.
It is spreading.
I was actually also thinking that one as well and was about to type it.
I don't know what's going wrong on your end, but good. Fuck you.
Braidcell is just having a match of pinball right now. That was it hitting the bumpers.
Ah.
Oh, that was Steam because I had to restart it.
No, as you walk in, kind of the general smell of, and Lorenz will know what I'm talking about specifically, but the smell of, like, just a lot of bodies pushed together and moving and just being active. The smell of close-lived city life, kind of fades away, as you can see. In various strategic places throughout the tent are, little metal contraptions with very nicely scented smoke coming out. Smells like sage and dragon blood.
Oddly specific. I'm not sure where I would place that first. And well, okay, hold on. No, we did kill a dragon. That's true. Hold on.
To be fair, dragon blood is also just a plant, so
It's a
Okay,
resin from
right.
a type of tree.
yeah.
Okay, right.
Or is it?
Right. I forgot that was actually a fucking plant name because I was just thinking it was like that's oddly specific, and I didn't know they would still have that or use it for this purpose.
Right.
Like,
Very
you'd think
oddly
there'd
named
be better
resin.
things for that.
No, and as you enter, from behind the counter, you see a dusky brown-skinned orc kind of lift up to his full height, about 6'2"-ish, with spectacles on his nose, and a very large, very stereotypical kind of wizard hat.
A wide brim hat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah, hello there, customer. How can I help you? Yes.
Share with the
Anduin!
class.
Anduin versus Valera.
This motherfucker sounds like we're gonna start him around a Hearthstone.
Gina.
Jenna versus Roll. Customers, welcome. How can I help you?
Yes. Hello. We were wondering what kind of magical curios you might have for sale here.
Ah, well, I've got plenty around. I can certainly see what. You take a look. Take a look. We've got potions. We've got oils. I've got formulae that may interest you. Even got a few enchanted bits of clothing. Perhaps you would like a scarf that dances. And anything else I could potentially see about. Getting in touch with some contacts. You look like a martial sort. You do. I bet you could use an oil of mending.
No, I'm fine actually, and I'll move the cloak back from the winter clothing and show off the books that are literally clipped to my belt.
Ah, wonderful. Fair enough.
Though we, more in specific, we could do with something that enchanted with the magic of sending. Specifically sending, not message. That's a spell I'm capable of.
Ah, I understand. Sending. That's very useful. Very hard to find nowadays in war times such as these.
Of course. Figured it would be.
Being said, I could potentially see if I could maybe rustle up. The Texan has begun to influence. Oh no. See if I could potentially influence. See if I could.
God damn it. This is gonna be just accent the fucking character.
I believe in you. You got this.
Just wait till the Romanian accent kicks in with it.
I really wish I had liquor right now. Hell, I do with a 6-pack.
Would that help or just make you not care?
Yes.
Both of them.
Can guarantee both of them.
I could potentially take a look around, see about get in contact with some of my friends, other merchants around the area.
Fair enough. Though my friends here could use a few items and curios of their own. I'm
Of
speaking
course.
more for myself in this regard.
Of course.
Really is turning the fucking Hearthstone Gatekeeper.
It wasn't meant to, and then TJ said it, and I was like, well, time to go all in.
I spoke it into reality, and for this I apologize.
Meme magic is real. We are here.
Didn't mean to, visualize this one into being, but
Remember, 6 foot tall, 6'2" orc.
sure is.
Sure ams.
Sure am. And yeah, at that point, I'm gonna just fuck off and poke around the store.
Sure. Okay, so there's actually a nice box, effectively, of like display kind of things of like oil of mending, oil of weightlessness you see in there. Kind of just like a few different oils, maybe not like as much. Well, there's not a whole lot of variety, but there's a whole lot of what he does have. It's deep, not wide, as it were.
Right. Okay.
And you even, as you like pull out a bottle of one of the oils, another one just kind of pushes up into its place. And then when you put it back down, you kind of have to push it down a little bit, and it just kind of sinks back into the box.
Okay.
There are potions. You see a deck of cards.
I
On
am interested in this deck of cards.
on one display. There are some rune stones here.
I believe I might actually be interested in seeing about some potions.
Okay. And there
I'm
are also
personally-
formula as well.
I'm personally interested in potentially looking at some runes.
Okay. In order. So Mahajapa, you wanted to look at some oil or no?
Potions.
Potions.
I
That's
don't
right.
know that the oils necessarily would do a whole lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, if I don't really fight with weapons, if I'm the one fighting, shit's bad.
Yeah.
If you say you oiling your lizard, I'm out.
You come across a display of primarily potions of Expeditious Retreat.
You know what? I actually would not be opposed to having maybe a couple of those on hand. Again, on the off chance if I get to a situation where I would have to be up face to face, that could help me not.
Right. Display price is 66 silver, 9 copper pieces.
Nice.
You know what? I think I might take 66 silver. You said per.
Mm-hmm.
Or about 67-ish. Let me grab 3 of those.
Okay. All right.
I don't suppose there are any healing potions here as well, or are they pretty
Not
much all just
here.
like general ones? Okay.
Fef's just gonna look mildly indignant at that.
There is, however, one potion of disguise. Lesser.
Not personally interested, but I think I might point that out to Fef just in case, just say like if you are still, sketched out about being watched or followed, maybe, but that's just if you think that's enough of a worry.
Definitely making a note of it.
All right, Maha, you now have
Right.
3 potions of Expeditious Retreat in your inventory.
Right.
And then
Let me go ahead and subtract the gold. That totals out to. I'll just do.
I might take a look at some of the oils for my weapons, maybe.
okay, I believe that comes out to about roughly 20 gold. I think.
I'm just doing the 66
Converting
times
currencies.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Fair.
There it goes.
Let's see. Before we get to you, Zendros, Fef, you were interested in, I know immediately, in the deck of cards.
To make it so I'm not hella metaing, because I hope it's what I hope it is, obviously, I will ask to throw an Arcana and or Occultism to try to figure out what's up with these cards.
Okay, Arcana.
Damn.
Your Arcana check verifies that the display placard is accurate.
Yes.
As the display placard for these deck of cards identifies it as the Deck of Illusions.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to look that one up. While I'm looking that up, I am absolutely interested in alchemical formulae.
Okay. There's a few. The formula. Correct. There's some formula primarily for spells, not necessarily for alchemy. Things like a formula for an item known as the Glasses of Sociability.
How much are those cards?
Those cards are currently selling for, at listed price, 446 gold pieces.
Okay. I'm gonna have to have a very long discussion with myself, so you might want to skip me for a sec.
Oh my.
Oh god, I just looked at your inventory. You totally have that. Oh no.
Oh, I do.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I remember we got paid fairly handsomely for one of our last gigs.
Well, originally I was saving up to keep upgrading my gloves, but like...
Sure. Oh god. There are also, actually, you notice, there's one weapon in here.
Oh.
Correction. It's 2 weapons, but they're the same kind of weapon, it looks like. The placard on them identifies them as Spellguard blades. They look to be daggers. Which, those of you versed in knife fighting would kind of know them as parrying daggers.
Ooh.
Main gouches, I think, is how they're written in the core rulebook.
Right, Mangosh, yeah.
Mangosh, yeah. So yeah, Thef, you're arguing with yourself. Pax.
Yes.
What were you looking for?
Gonna slowly, so it's not looking threatening, pull out my musket and
That's where'd you get that, friend?
Found it.
On the ground.
If you're interested, we found several more.
I'm not going to ask questions, and I ask that you not show that when. And he kind of shoves it down as one of the guards from outside. Huh?
I need this upgraded. It's not on par with the other stuff I use when we have to go fighting.
Understandable. I'm myself. I have a few runes available. Certainly. I have a blank rune stone, if that would be what you would like. I also have And he kind of stops and thinks for a second. I don't believe I have any runes that would work for a ranged weapon of that particular type. I have an armor one, or if I have a ready runestone, for your plate wearing friend, that might be him. Shifting runestone if you were, to use melee weapons, but unfortunately nothing quite much for a ranged weapon. But I could potentially lead you towards a friend of mine who specializes in runes.
That'd be appreciated.
And kind of nods. And then Zendros, you were looking at the oils.
Correct. I was interested in potentially seeing what he's got.
Yes. Let's see. So you find a few different things. Obviously, the oil of weightlessness, oil of mending, which is an oil that effectively applies a second level mending spell on whatever you rub it on.
Okay.
You also find a oil of Unlife.
Okay, I might have to look at that.
Yeah, it would. With your admitted knowledge of this, it's somewhat in your wheelhouse. It is an oil of Unlife minor specifically, and if you put it onto an undead creature or a living creature with negative healing, the oil heals for 1d8 HP.
Huh. You know what? I think I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
And then you would ask how much?
Yeah, display price is 89 silver pieces, 2 copper pieces for one.
And how many are there?
In total, 11.
Trying to debate if I want the entire stock in Jontron words.
Oh God.
I'll get about 5 of them. If I roll good.
Five of them? Okay.
So you said 89 silver?
Yes, that would be 89 silver pieces, 2 copper pieces.
Okay. Just had to do the math a little bit.
Right.
How does that work, though? You're the source.
Yeah.
You can't run away from yourself.
Yeah.
I'm actually really not sure how that works.
Yeah. The source just becomes the bottle. No,
Like, just mechanically, that's worded really awkwardly.
Yeah.
Right.
It says I become fleeing, but yeah, the fleeing status says that I have to try to escape from the source of the fleeing condition.
Right. Let me see here. I'll do up a quick research for how other people kind of.
My assumption is that it means that you have to end every movement farther away from an enemy.
Right.
Okay. So a lot of people rules as written run away from the potion in your stomach, so in any direction. Rules as intended, it's probably meant to be running away from the enemy in the encounter you're in.
Right. But yes, since that is a fleeing condition, it doesn't specify a means of ending the condition.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that
assume you have to do like a fortitude check to make yourself throw up.
well, the thing is, I
You
cannot
can't because you're
do,
fleeing.
like, must spend each action trying to escape.
Yeah.
So that is literally a full minute of 3 actions of stride
Mm-hmm.
At
It's
what,
not a
like,
bad bail the
at
fuck
a
out.
at a 65 total move speed.
Right. It's not a bad bail the fuck out potion, though, really.
Yeah, but
Like-
it's also fuck everybody else. I'm gone.
Right.
I mean,
Because the only
yes.
person who could even remotely keep up would be Aslan, and even she
Eh,
couldn't.
But yes, also, like, if a situation is that bad, it is the get me
Right.
the fuck out of here potion.
You know what? Actually, instead of opting to give this back, I'm just going to ask, are there 3 more for sale?
How many did you buy? 3?
I bought 3.
That's right. Yes.
I see.
Yes, there are.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick up 3 more.
Okay.
Just because that way, everyone has this on, so if we know things are way too fucking bad, we can get out with our lives.
Yeah, it's a solid fucking idea.
Yeah, I like realizing this, just like, I'm not fucking abandoning anyone with this, but there is a use for this.
Yeah. Hell
No.
yeah.
Yeah, it's clever.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go ahead and just drop another 20 gold, and
All right. And excellent, Zindros. Hey. So yeah, Aslan, are you looking for anything in particular?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna check
There's
for that.
not really much
room.
anything for Aslan in shopping right now.
Gotcha. I will say, of particular note to you, Fef, and potentially Pax, there is something that looks like thieves' tools on display
Okay.
in one of the corners of the tent. With the placard on it reading "key making tool."
With that, could I use my thievery to try to or is there an explanation and I'm just trying to make extra rolls for funsies to try to identify what that is?
I mean, I'll let you roll for it for funsies. I'm never gonna say no. Don't roll. Yeah. No, they are or hell, he can even explain. He should be the one explaining.
Yes, do the voice.
Yes. I see you're a fan of the subterfugal arts. If I have my guess correct. These particular thieves' tools, what they do is they will
I'm gonna get a drink.
they work. They work. The end. No.
I see you're taking the Todd Howard method.
Effectively, what they do whenever you open up a lock, with these particular tools, they produce a copy of the key used for the lock that appears in the case for the tools for about 12 hours.
I am extremely interested in these for reasons we won't discuss because I don't have the reasons yet. I just want them.
Oh, no need to enter for. No questions asked, none shall be answered. That's not the correct way to say that phrase, but you get what I'm saying.
No, it's not plausible deniability. He really likes the idea, and we don't have anything to use them on currently.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure. My son loves picking locks as a hobby. I get it. It's a perfectly respectable sport.
Is he a barrister?
Thank you so much.
No,
You're welcome.
fuck you.
Look, I knew some people were thinking it.
It were me.
Oh, now Fef has to decide between the lockpick and the deck.
Oh, no, I was letting everybody chill. I was going to see how much are these.
These. What do you see, friend? These key-making tools are 122 gold pieces, 6 silver pieces, and 5 copper pieces.
And how much for that potion of disguise? Not related.
Normally, that would be about 66 gold pieces and 9 silver pieces. Now, if you wanted to bundle them together, I could potentially give a deal.
Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do your thing.
Excellent.
Well, also, real quick, just going with the back on those potions of Expeditious Retreat. Did you get one of those in everybody's inventory, or do you need me to toss?
I can
some of
add
those
one to
into-
mine.
Actually, hold on.
Oh, do you have a thing now?
It might be baked in. Dan, if you were to go to your inventory and you can drag and drop that potion onto others people's tokens, it should be able to. Maybe.
Well, maybe, but I'm worried it might give all of them. So let's.
That's
see what
understandable.
happens. Let's see what happens if I drag. Oh, it asks for a quantity. Okay.
Did you
Not allowed
explain
to
what the
move
potion
character.
does to everybody? Like
Um,
in character?
yeah. If Mahad didn't, the owner would have.
Right. Yeah.
Then Azalin will refuse to take the potion.
Fair enough. Here you go. You can use the party
Like,
loot
almost seem insulted by the potion.
goblin.
Ma just like tilts his head a little bit at first on getting rebuffed and just. All right. I understand.
But no, you should be able to drag and drop onto the inventory, the party loot goblin, and then everyone else can
Right.
pull one from the party loot goblin.
Right. Let's try this. So move quantity 5. Boop. Okay. So those should be on inventory now. And inventory is inventory.
Yep, got mine.
And she will answer also with this in her refusal. Iseth would turn away from me if I were to show fear.
I understand.
So, little friend Hobgoblin,
How we doing?
I will sell you both of these items bundled together for 150 gold flat.
Well, friend, you have got a deal.
Excellent. Excellent. And you notice this is also the last potion of disguise. It is a potion of disguise lesser.
Just writing that in my brain.
My bad. I'm trying to click and.
Oh, no,
Get it.
you're fine. You're fine. If you would like, also, Dave, I can put that in your story for you.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I can do that. Do. Yep, there we go. There.
I got mine.
Perfect. There you go. You should have Beth. You should have the potion of disguise lesser. There it is, and the key making tool.
And off the on the off chance he might have it, does he have the extending rune?
On your as you take a look, it does not appear to. He does not appear to.
Womp womp. Well, making a note for that too.
If you add, you might you may want to check in one of the shops in the upper spine if you're looking for more exclusive items.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Of course. And if I may say, it is interesting to see the clan of Fefwalla back in Warm Rest.
Oh, back, you say?
It has been many years since the clan has been here openly.
And would I be the first of my clan you've seen in many years?
I have seen, yes.
Ah. So who might I talk to for that?
That I cannot say. I do not know. All I know is that your clan many, many years ago are the ones that effectively helped me get my small business loan that allowed me to open shop.
Well, it is always good to meet a friend of the clan.
It is always good to serve the clan. Might I interest you in, say, a lion's shield? It is, by the way, literally a shield that is just forged in the shape of a roaring lion's head.
Yeah, I choked a little bit when you offered that, honestly.
546 gold pieces.
Let me see if I'm proficient with that. Wait, do any of us use a shield aside from
No.
like my buckler?
No,
Lorenz
not really.
does.
My whole hybrid study is based around using a shield.
That's right.
Okay. Do a bitch want a lion shield?
I remember reading that, but I don't know what it does.
Bitches love lion shields.
If I raise a shield, I can make a melee strike with the same action using the shield.
Technically once per day, but
Yeah, once a day.
But it's a +1 striking shield boss that with the deadly trait.
Damn.
It's it's a steel shield, just a regular one. But yeah, the lion's head is the boss of the shield itself.
In terms of hardness, that's a step down for you, isn't it? Because you're using a sturdy?
No.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm just using a base ass steel shield. Actually, the lion shield is a hardness step up.
Oh, okay.
By 1.
So I ask again, do a bitch want a lion shield?
I mean, I'm not going to turn down a lion shield.
Buy the bitch a lion shield.
Bitches love lion shields.
546 GP it is. I'll get that into your inventory, Lauren.
I have removed the coin.
Fair enough.
Damn. Hold on. How much change is he even holding on to?
That had a lot.
Yeah, also, I'm the one who carries the bag of holding. Y'all don't know what I put in there.
True.
That is a true fact.
That is a true scary fact.
Fef is the
This
monopoly
is the scary
banker.
door. This is the scary door.
For sure.
Not that surprised. I'm the one who's been loading up the loot goblin and having him move shit into the bag.
It's true. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. The implications of this may have been lost on me for some time.
No, we've been letting the rogues handle loot. Like, this is just kind of what happens.
It's part and parcel. Like, really,
Yeah.
none of this should be a surprise.
Like, I've held on to a shitload of money.
So, if I may be, perhaps drawing some false conclusions, but you seem like you may be the type of person who may wish to get out of a buying.
When he's done upselling stuff on us, by the way, I'd like to take a look at formulae and grimoires.
Okay.
But when he's done, when this is through.
Have you by chance ever heard of a salve of slipperiness?
I am gonna mute my mic for about a minute or two to just get this all out.
This man's out here trying to sell us Jerry curls.
That feeling fucking seen.
Yeah, how much for that?
55 gold pieces, 7 silver pieces, and 5 copper pieces. And it makes you extremely slippery for 8 hours.
I'll throw a 56.
If she doesn't like it, can you get a return?
Damn it.
There it is.
Aha!
There it is.
Aha! Ah! I get the yes. Aha! Yes. Aha! I see what you do. I see what you did there, my half-orc friend. No. All sales are final once you leave the tent.
Which, on that note, you've about run me dry, friend. Thank you.
Ah, another satisfied customer.
No.
Yeah, stop. Down.
There you go. Feft's salve of slipperiness has been added to your inventory.
I sure was saving up for weapon enchantments.
Yeah, Fef, I think, had the most gold out of everyone in the party.
Emphasis on had.
Yeah,
I was rolling around with like 88 plus platinum.
God.
I have about that much.
Hey.
I had a fair chunk, but not quite that much. Then again, I did push pretty early for my +2 on my weapon and upgrading my armor.
Yeah. The ready rune kind of took a big chunk out of me.
Yeah, I remember that.
I still have 82.5 platinum, so.
So for you, Lorenz,
Yeah, grimoires and spell formulae.
you don't see any grimoires,
No,
unfortunately. And like I said earlier, there's no real spell formulae here. Well, no, that's not true. But it's mostly for like spells to make, or they're formulae to like make magical items.
Okay, so crafting formulas almost.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still going to take a look at those, actually. I have magical crafting.
Sure.
Right. That is true.
There's one for a wondrous figurine that looks to be in the shape of an onyx dog. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a formulae for a glasses of sociability. They're wide-rimmed glasses with large circular lenses that were invented for the sole purpose of avoiding awkward confrontations at social gatherings.
They're shades.
Yes. Effectively, what they do is you activate them and you stare at another creature and you instantly remember their name if you've met and exchanged names.
Was it a +2 on diplomacy checks as well?
+1.
+1.
Yeah, +1 on
Oh my
diplomacy,
God.
and you can't accidentally forget somebody's name.
Fucking Jesus Christ, I would legitimately pay like $500 to have that shipped to my house yesterday.
Yeah, a
Please.
truly
Holy
unfortunate
fuck.
amount of cash would cross palms.
Yeah. There's
Fuck.
a formula for a hat of the Magi. Which mostly just gives you an item bonus to Arcana checks. But also gives you the Prestidigitation cantrip as an innate spell. And finally, there's one for a thing referred to as a burr shield. And a formula for something known only as the Murderer's Knot.
Oh God.
I remember reading that. What is that?
Oh yeah, that's what that is. I actually don't. I can't really use that. Other people I know can though, which wouldn't be bad.
Oh, that's what it was. I remember.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's the bonus for rogues who spec for it that's crazy. That's why I remembered it.
Yeah, twist the knife is what makes that kind of nuts.
Yeah.
And again, you said the formula for the wondrous figurine is a plan for an onyx dog, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How much is that?
That
Formula?
formula comes out to 44 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces.
That ain't shit. And then of course it's the materials for creating such a thing, which is where it really comes into play. I will grab that formula though.
Okay. That would be 44 silver pieces and 6 copper pieces. I'll get you that in your or I should say that is the formula for it. So
Yeah, again, that's fine.
I put the thing itself in your inventory, so I'm just gonna modify it real quick.
That's fine.
So, my friends, is there anything else I can help you with?
He said he would direct us to an acquaintance that was well stocked on runes, but I might as well check. Does he have a dread armor rune?
He does not.
Okay. I didn't think so, but it was worth checking while we were still here.
And he also kind of looks at you, Pax, and just no. It was who's the one that held up the rifle? That was Pax, wasn't it?
That was me.
Yes.
Yeah. I also know of a craftsman that could potentially help with certain things, not perhaps of the magical variety with that, but additional resources for it. Winky face.
Please tell me he actually said the whole.
Yes.
Would it be easier for you to just talk to me in Orcish instead of this?
Oh, fine. It is fine.
All right. Yes, I would appreciate his name and where to find him.
Okay. And kind of yeah. And then so yeah, he gives you guys kind of general directions towards the more rune inclined shop, but also towards a gunsmith as well.
Okay.
And if you need, you were looking for potions earlier, I know.
That's right.
Well, and he kind of leads you, gives you the general direction of a kind of potion seller.
Okay. Just a general apothecary.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. For all this time in your shop, and I don't believe I even bothered to ask for your name. That thing. just in case we, happen to need to come by again, need to ask for you.
Of course, my name is Shishaya. Excuse me. Shimei.
Give me the mic so I can take it away.
Give me the yeet, boys, and free my soul.
Oh no.
I want to get tossed in a fucking hole and drift away.
If you'd like the spelling, by the way.
Yes.
Please.
There you go.
Oh, he makes good movies.
Shut the fuck up. First of all, shut the fuck up. Second off, no, he doesn't. Shut up.
I know.
A 3 for 10 does not make you a good movie maker.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
I mean, he's not Uwe Boll, so
Look, it's better than his father.
Okay,
Shimmy, shimmy, shaw, shimmy, 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 yay.
Holy fuck. To be fair, Uwe is not a high bar to clear. Like, that is fucking...
Well, at least he serves like a purpose as a tax write-off.
Not wrong. Also, I got the formula listed in my things now, so I'm just gonna remove it from my inventory.
Okay. Oh. Excuse me. So, with this bout of shopping done, where would you guys like to go next?
the Winking Moon.
Okay.
I assume that's around back, right?
No. A few
few
streets
street-
over, fuck you.
Also, I'm assuming that wasn't... Was that the other, like, rune inclined shop that he was pointing us to, or was that somewhere else completely
No, that was the
different?
one you found.
Yeah, that was the one that you found at the beginning.
Yeah, I'm saying, are that and the shop that he was mentioning to us for runes the one and the same, or are they different?
No, they're
places?
different. They're different.
All right, that's just what I wanted to know.
No, that's fair.
All right, yeah, let's check out the Winkin' Moon then. 'Cause again, if there's any other potential like
Sure.
gearing up needs for folks.
As you get to the Winking Moon, it's a much smaller tent, not quite as grand. And inside is a elderly-looking Gripply with a long beard that kind of almost drags in the mud every time the Gripply walks. Just welcome to my store. What may I help you with?
We're simply here to browse around for a bit, if that's all right.
Of course. Do not hesitate to ask if you need anything.
We will be sure to do so. My thanks.
Yes.
Yeah. So I remember you said that it seemed like this place, at least at first glance, was a lot of just magical like clothing and apparel and such.
That was
Is
actually
true?
I got my shop lists mixed up. So, whoop, whoop. Yeah. This one kind of think of it more as it's a lot of really like out there kind of stuff. Like there's no real it's the tent equivalent of a fucking thrift store. A magical thrift store, effectively.
Okay, I was gonna say we're getting into some weird esoteric shit.
Yeah. Lorenz, you spot a grimoire resting on a shelf. The tag on it says it is an endless grimoire.
Ah!
The price tag on it is 1,152 gold pieces.
Fuck. Well, time to go Oblivion. Kill the shopkeep. Steal the book.
Please, no.
You don't even have to go that far. Just put a bucket on his head and take it before he can remove it.
God. God. Lorenz, I thought you were one of the good ones.
And then I put an endless grimoire in front of him.
Yeah. There are some people who really shouldn't legally talk about what they would do for a Klondike bar. You don't.
I think the only phrase that applies for this phrase again is just your moral compass is a fucking roulette wheel.
Only when good items are put in front of me. Specifically, that kind of a good item. Jesus. Fuck off, I can't.
Steal me.
I am not that character.
I believe "fuck off, he can" is probably the same answer.
Yeah, fuck off, I can is a different answer. Or different tone, same answer. There's a very real moment where Lorenz like gravitates towards that book for a minute, sees the price, and gravitates right back to the party like a fucking meteorite in orbit.
Right. God, like I'm just picturing just like the walk up, just looking at the tag, just
Yeah, dude, it's the very casual, like, oh, that's not what I thought it was. Never mind, it's all good. We're all good. I'm not screaming on the inside.
It's the fucking Abe Simpson walking into the brothel to find Bart working the front fucking desk.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'm not gonna lie though. If there was a pair of Daredevil boots, I'd have the same reaction.
Yeah, man.
God. Like it's fucking like on the walk back, just see fucking fists clenched.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is not a proud Lorenz that comes back to the party as we peruse the shop.
Now, here's the question: Is the shop kind of like dusty and like people haven't come through a lot, or is it pretty well ordered and traveled?
Give me a perception check.
I'll just let Pax handle this one because I don't think that's necessarily something Maha's all that keen on into.
It looks like there's probably not been a whole lot of foot traffic here recently. You all look like travelers. May I interest you in perhaps a ration tonic?
Oh, what now?
Ah, I see I have your interest. It is a potion, you see. I have a ration tonic greater. A greater ration tonic here. And he pulls out a vial, and that seems to have some clear water looking in it. If you drink this, it will nourish your body as if you had eaten and drank for a week. You will not need to eat or drink for a week.
Interesting. Well, we tend to be able to fend for ourselves fairly decently, though that certainly could be handy in a pinch. I'll consider it.
I see the very strong, scary-looking tiefling woman. Looks very strong. Perhaps I could interest you in a lifting belt? Or perhaps that would be...
check my inventory real quick.
Or perhaps that would be something that would interest you, my small friend.
I don't know if I necessarily need something of that sort.
Understandable. For reference, by the way, for the lifting belt, what it does, when you have it worn and invested, you can carry bulk equal to 6 plus your strength modifier before coming encumbered, and you can hold and carry a total of 11 plus your strength modifier in bulk.
So she can actually already carry more than that.
Yep. I think the only thing you'd get is, what, a +1 on athletics check?
Which I already have armbands of athleticism.
Right.
Yep. Technically, the activation, you could carry up to 8 bulk as if it were weightless, but...
Now, Aslan can actually
already do
because her
that.
strength modifier is only +3 right now. She can actually carry more than that currently.
God.
Oh, beautiful.
Because of her labor background increased her
That's right.
carry
right.
capacity.
Right. God, that was one of those features out of it.
That's why she was pushing a wagon by herself through town at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, that. That's. Yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
Yep.
Fuck.
But yeah, other than that,
We've done some weird shit.
yes, I love this game. Other than that, there's not a whole lot that really kind of catches your guys' eye.
I am going to lean over to, well, not lean over because that would look really obvious. I'm going to turn towards Maha and in Draconic let him know that the shop doesn't look like it's seen a lot of business recently. I'm wondering if maybe we can barter the price of that grimoire down. Maybe not now necessarily, but I believe everybody saw how interested Lorenz was.
What? No, he wasn't interested at all. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I did the super casual walk away. Clearly, everything's all good.
If we're keen on it and have the means to spare, it could be a good investment. But let's not rush it. Certainly a good thing to keep an eye on, though.
It's kind of thing where if we come back in like 5 days and it's still sitting there and most of the stock hasn't changed or moved,
Right.
he might start getting a little desperate to actually earn something off of it.
Right. Might be urged to move something a bit quicker. Yeah, I getcha.
It's not a now thing, it's a later thing.
Right. We get that. Yeah. I think just to tell the shopkeep.
Oh, there we go.
I think just getting just a quick little browse around and just saying, don't know that anything here necessarily catches my eye just at the moment. Maybe back another time to have another look around, but you have a pleasant day.
You as well, young friend. I mean, small friend. Yes. Hello?
Right? Oh. Right. Yeah, I think we'll head from there.
I can't do a ribbit.
Yeah, I think maybe now would be a time to check that rune shop that
Sure. And on
fucking
that note, let's take our break.
Okay.
Good old shopping episode, everybody. Yay!
With a purpose.
With a purpose.
right.
Still very
But
funny.
not a porpoise.
Not a porpoise. It's true. But yeah.
Where's the pity, really?
So yeah, we'll back about 10 minutes or so.
All right.
Yay!
I'm actually going to update Discord while we're on break real quick.
Button.
Hello, everyone. I apologize for the additional delay.
Yeah, no problem.
Fine.
Oh,
So I'm here and can still speak, but if I'm not going to be needed in the next like 5 to 10, I'm not going to be able to speak.
understandable. It is
You're
heckin'
broke, so
windy.
shopping trip won't be too much trouble for you.
Right. It is heckin' windy out there right now.
Oh, do y'all get windstorms out there too?
Yeah.
Oh my god, people look at me like I'm fucking crazy when I talk about them.
No, we get we're currently getting the remnants of the storm that is hitting Iowa, or the outcast of it. So it's a lot of wind, and there are some scattered thunderstorms in the area. All right, so you guys wanted to go to a rune shop.
Right.
I did. I don't know if anybody else needed something specifically or not.
Got it.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that Pax specifically had interest, and I think some of the others might have also had some other potential needs.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have the money for the runes that I want quite yet, so like, I'm not really all that interested myself.
Okay. So Pax, you're wanting to go to a rune shop. Give me a society check.
Okay.
You before you do, actually, since you did get directions, give yourself a +5. +5 circumstance bonus to your society roll.
That's really weird. What the fuck is going on? Trying to. Oh, okay. I see. Wow. Okay, I almost accidentally rolled that as the party loot goblin and tried to figure out why the fuck are all my stats -5.
Oh yeah, if you have the party loot goblin selected, it will try and roll as the party loot goblin.
He's terrible aside from like athletics.
Yes. It's a fucking inanimate object meant solely to be used as your fucking in-between for inventory. No fucking shit, he's got shit stats.
18 intelligence. +5, you said?
Yes. On a 5. God damn.
Society.
Your society. But no, yeah, with going off the directions you were given, you're able to find a fairly good rune shop that or I should say it's a tent, kind of a pop-up tent. That
As
is
most of these are, I presume.
Yes, that pretty much all of them are. Um uh
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think up a name, and just one of the names that fucking came into my head. Not for the rune shop, but like if you guys came to an eatery, it would be Pizza the Action.
I'm angry.
I'm not. We do it to him all the time. He's allowed to do it.
And I get angry at those. So I'm just being equal
Pizza
treatment.
the Action just sounds like a Japanese restaurant trying to have an English name.
You know, she would be the expert, so...
You win.
Yeah.
The question is, do I owe it $1 million space bucks?
No. Now, that being said, No, this you come to a tent. Although as you kind of walk inside,
Sorry, quick thing. There is a pizza place in the UK called Pizza the Action.
yes.
Ah,
No, it is a tent, but you can kind of see one side of it is actually there. As you kind of step in, the side opposite of you there's a wooden door, slightly elevated, in the very back of the tent, and you realize that this is actually a cart. It is a I can't think of a better term for this, and I apologize, but you will know exactly what I mean when I say this. A gypsy cart?
It's a caravan.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
From your mom.
God damn it, Dan.
You see why I had to stop myself a bit.
Look, to be fair, you could probably get away with that on this stream.
I mean, yeah. I didn't want to stop you.
No, that's fair. And as you enter in, there's a human inside. Kind of human female. Surprisingly actually darker skin compared to a lot of the people in this area that are fair skinned and whatnot.
Right.
Darker skin, black hair, just hello. How can I help you? Welcome humbly to the last caravan.
Thank you.
Need some upgrades for a weapon, and I'm hoping to find a couple of armor runes.
Well, tell me what you're looking for, and I might be able to help.
So
I should be able to help.
Based on the reaction from Shimmy Shemaya, I'm going to surreptitiously pull out the musket this time.
Okay. I'm proud of myself for that name.
All right, it sounded like you were coughing and sneezing at the same time when you said it, so...
I knew I wanted to give him a very silly name. I just didn't know how silly.
What degree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does his lockpicking son named Ting Tang Walla Walla Bing Bang?
No, that's one of Fef's cousins.
Is that one cousin or two?
It's their married couple polycule name.
Okay.
perfect.
So, I need +1 in striking on the musket.
Okay, +1 in striking. All right.
I've got a tiny bit of a list, so give me a moment here.
Okay. Oh boy. You send tell you what. You send me the list.
Okay.
And I'll tell you how much it'll cost here.
That's probably appropriate. So, +1.
And you're just winning +1 and just striking, not like greater striking.
Just on the musket. The other ones that I'm asking for, I'm actually, aside from the armor rune, I don't want them on anything. I just want them like in my
stones.
inventory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, by the way, guess how fucking high gas is in the air in this area right now?
$4?
$4.80 for regular.
All right, you guys apparently have it rough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dustin
mine,
filled up on the way
mine
back.
was fucking filled up is a little bit generous of a
yeah.
statement, but
I'm gonna guess, since your area and my area are usually pretty similar, probably around 350 to 360.
Hey. Earlier today it was 349. It just today hit 359.
Yeah, 480 for regular is about average here, I believe, now.
Yeah,
Woof.
I think ours was the high end of 350 or 360, probably somewhere in there.
Yeah, I
Premiums
think
and the other ones cleared 5 easily.
right. I think from
So
what I
basically,
saw,
what you're
one
saying
of
is
the
I nailed it.
Yes, you absolutely nailed it. Well done.
Yeah,
Like, literally perfect.
right. Fucking goddamn. Spot on. But yeah, no. When I went to fill up my tank earlier this week, even using a like 10-cent discount, it was still $3.50 a gallon. And then, like I said, with Dustin filled up or got some partially filled because those fucking prices.
I still paid
what the-
$35.
Yeah, it was. I think one of the signs we passed was 375. Yeah, 480 is Jesus Christ, yeah. That's
Man,
Just-
I didn't know. Anyone remember living in 2004?
No, I have a memory of a goldfish.
That's understandable. Well, hi, I'm
Yes,
Jake.
I too remember when gas was under $1.
I am also old.
I have.
And actually, that would have been
vague-
before 2004.
That's true.
I have vague recollections for that time. Yes.
I know it happened, I just don't remember it.
Right. God. Oh, that's a mood.
Yes, I remember, and I'm gonna hurt Dan with this one because I know he would have been just a wee lad at the time. I remember riding with high school friends, my one friend who had a car, and chipping in to help with gas money was not a problem because gas was like $1.
Damn.
God.
I remember going on a road trip with my family, with my mom and my grandmother. And I think it was the summer of 2006, maybe 2005. And gas was like, I think the highest we saw it was $5.50 for regular.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, Mom, you chose a great summer to go road tripping looking for cemeteries.
God.
I'm gonna have to see how it goes if I'm gonna try to do a road trip later this year because this might not be the year for that.
Yeah. Hey guys, COVID restrictions are finally getting let loose.
I mean, not that I can't afford it, but just because I can doesn't mean I want to.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Just the responsible decisions.
If I made responsible decisions, I wouldn't be here.
That's true.
I
If you
mean,
made
that-
responsible decisions, you would not know any of us.
I mean, all right, hold on. I need to find the picture again. Fucking.
Was she out in Wilden territory? Is that what you're looking for?
Just where are you? Where are you? There it is.
Okay, so. Ow.
Is that James Acaster?
I don't know.
Looks
Yeah. Never before have I ever been so offended by something I 100% agree with. Alright, so PAX.
Yes.
Alright, so. She does not have the Fanged rune.
Okay.
However, she does have the Dread rune.
Okay.
Without the Dread rune, the total would be 300 gold pieces. With the Dread rune, that would be about 550.
Think that's probably worth it. God. I almost want to roll a terrible diplomacy and see if I can't haggle it down a tiny bit. For bulk.
Okay.
Would she put any of the runes on it as part of that, or is that just for the runes themselves?
That's just for the runes themselves. I fully admit I'm not actually a runesmith. I can make them, but I can't put them on things.
Separate parts of the process and all that.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Mechanically, one is effectively casting enchanting spells, and then the other one is actually using crafting as a skill.
Yeah, Lorenz could probably do that.
He can. He's done it before.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I'm not terribly concerned about it.
For runes this high level, though, it's...
Right. That could be a potential risk.
Admittedly, it's... Because you're transferring it from a rune stone, it's a lot easier in terms of materials, but...
Right.
I do also have an expert in crafting, too.
Right. But I'm just trying to remember, like, if you're starting to do stuff that's, like, above your level, aren't there chances of, like, crafts failing and losing runes?
You cannot craft things above your level.
Yeah, you just
and none
can't.
of these are.
Right.
The runes I got, none of them are above our current level.
Okay. I think it's at that point with the level, it's just a matter of how much time, isn't it? Or is that
Yeah.
a set?
It still
Yeah.
takes the same length of time.
Oh, okay.
Normally it's about skill requirement when it comes to level.
Okay. Right. Yeah. I haven't done anything with crafting on either of my characters that I've played so far, so I wasn't entirely sure how that all worked. I thought I remembered something before of there being, like, different weights on runes, but I think that might have just been... I think we were just only doing certain runes before we got moving on something, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
Any chance we could drop that to 500 even, and I'll direct clients to your shop specifically as we do jobs?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Motherfucker, did you just offer to pay an exposure?
No.
Kind of, actually.
No, I offered to pay in
the
gold
Hassan
and
method.
actual clients.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Can I? Damn it! No, I was trying to get the filter to just blur my middle finger.
I think Dan's the only one who could do that right now, just because of the depth of field on his room.
Oh, semi-related. I finally managed to play Mario Kart on my playmat on and stream during a Commander game.
Yeah.
It's giving me a green playmat was the worst idea ever.
That's really funny, though.
You know what? There we go.
Yeah.
I have 3 of them. I might as well fucking use one.
Yeah, because Pax and Fest still have the 3 hero runes or hero points from their old boy session.
Right. Goddamn.
Okay. After a little bit of stumbling over your words and whatnot, just 500 even sounds fair. You have a deal.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for the additional business.
So that is 50 platinum.
Yes.
Done.
You got everything except for the Fanged rune.
Okay, and I'll try to find that somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's down the line anyways. I'm not terribly concerned because that doesn't really do much for me until I get one other thing, and that's really expensive. So.
Yeah.
I have a plan, Arthur. All right, let me add all this to my inventory real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Got a plan, Arthur. I just need $2 trillion in the taxpayer stimulus.
Got a plan, Arthur. All I need is a mango, orange soda, and a submarine.
Can't help you on the mango.
Yeah,
The fuck?
Asking for a mango at the start of March is kind of a big ask.
Would a submarine of the sandwich variety help at all?
I mean, always good for a sandwich, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, and then last one.
Holy shit. Sorry, Flork did a Elden Ring comic and it's kind of fucking gold.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, the hugs were actually a debuff.
Don't care.
Understandable. You still want to get hugged?
Mm-hmm.
Understandable.
It's a debuff, but it's also got a decent trade to it.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Well, yeah, you have the health to survive using it. Okay, so I got. Make sure I got this. I got +1. I got. No, it didn't trade. What the hell? No, there it is. +1 straight. Okay, yeah.
Woo!
All right. Yeah, I transferred all 4 to my inventory.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to put proper pants on when I left the apartment, and fuck that shit. Pants suck.
All right, and then yeah, at some point I'll just have to ask Lorenz to help, unless we can find a smith or something that can do it.
Sure.
Because I only need to do 3 of them.
All right. So that's the rune shop down. Anything else anyone needs? Flash interested in. And you are still looking for a sending anything.
Right.
Yes.
That we never did end up asking anything about the Magic Academy back when we were at the
The
fucking
This'll do nicely.
yeah. It seems like it would be about the only place that would have any kind of link to it.
You've
Even that's questionable, but yeah.
been kind of getting the vibe that, like, yeah, down here there's a wide variety of things available down in the lower spine, but the upper spine has some more higher end kind of.
Yeah.
I know that we were kind of before when we were trying to get around town. I know that we were more or less like rebuked from getting to like the upper end of the skull, right? Because that was actually kind of more like closed off for higher society. Was it? Yeah. Not sure if that still holds true getting into like the spine, but
Right, and you kind of figure also for the skull, because in the crown, which is the highest part of the skull, is where the palace effectively would be. So
okay, that's the seat for the cat. Okay,
yeah,
got it.
where the current governor resides, and just kind of like that, the districts around it would be in a traditional city, kind of considered the noble district.
Right. Okay, gotcha. Got it. Wasn't sure quite how that ended up getting broken down societally. Okay.
Right.
Hmm. didn't end up finding anything as far as spell formula then.
No.
So scrolls. Well, seems finding a means to send that message may be a bit beyond us at the moment. Can't say I'm terribly surprised at that, but still disappointing all the same.
Mm.
Still,
This
lead we
is
that
out
lead
of character. Sorry, I'm. This is very important. Is there a reason why we don't just hire a courier? I have actually genuinely forgotten.
Mainly because we are in enemy-controlled territory, and trying to send a courier to go from there into Duver, there's
Pretty
not a snowball's
sus.
chance in hell that that message would make it.
Thank you. That's what I needed. Sorry to
That gets us on the
interrupt.
terrorist
Right.
watch list real quick.
Yeah, like I said, that's all I needed. Thank you for the
Yes.
reminder. Sorry
Right.
to interrupt.
Hello, I'd like
You're
to get a
good, you're
message to Hamas.
That's
Yeah.
on that. You don't need that on your VOD. What have you done?
It was a good run. It's been fun.
God.
Nah, look.
Fuck.
Hi to all government agencies suddenly watching the VOD. I'm making a joke. This is a Pathfinder game. It's far superior to Dungeons and Dragons. Please don't black bag me in the middle of the night. Bless.
Parody, satire, parody.
Parody satire, parody satire, parody satire.
Fucking God, just think of the one fucking was it the one single that PewDiePie had? Just for legal reasons. That's a joke. For legal reasons. That's a joke.
Yeah.
Still, that bit we came across in the library is about the best lead that we have to go on for what we came here to find.
Yeah.
I don't suppose anyone is fluent in Giant's Tongue?
Unfortunately, no.
Aren't there spells that can help you read and write and all that?
Yeah, and items as well. That's again a bit beyond my purview as of current.
I do. Hold on. I just want to look on.
Could we just go ask Elena?
Yes, but we would have to go all the way back.
We would, but and again, where we're planning to go to would also take us
Sure.
all the way back down.
The problem also is we still haven't even met our fucking contacts here yet.
We don't even know if they're here though.
Right. Like we know
We
that
were
they
told
were
they
sent
could
this
be
way.
here, but they could have not been here. They could have fucked off.
Right. Yeah, we were told that they were sent this way some time ago. I don't remember if they said how long ago.
You guys were told that they had been planted in the city, at admittedly an indeterminate amount of time ago, but that they had effectively gone deep undercover.
Which means radio silence, so we don't know.
Right. And yeah, it's the fact that, like, again, with them going undercover, I guess they probably wouldn't be openly displaying the clan earring, but
Nope.
still,
No, but unless it was a bit of a fudge, I recall I'm not wearing my earring, and the man in the shop recognized me as a clan member still.
I thought you were the only one still wearing it.
Yeah, that is
yeah,
how
I'm pretty
I
sure that's what
I
happened.
thought we discussed last time y'all convinced me to take it off.
unless that happened in the session I wasn't here.
No,
'Cause
we
I don't
did.
remember
Yeah.
that happening.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
He is not wearing the clan earring.
And that is entirely my fuck up. I apologize. No, I completely forgot that.
What? No, you mean that's a planned plot point. He totally recognized me without the earring.
Yes.
Cough, cough.
Totally, yes. Totally recognized. Beth. Habsburg looking motherfucker. No.
Jesus.
Yikes!
Yeah, like goddamn. Also, yeah, comprehend languages is a level 2 spell, but it's not
Okay.
one I take.
Right. I'm just trying to getting a little bit meta here, but just trying to see. Okay. So, as a summoner, I do have the ability to swap spells by retraining in downtime, but I don't remember how long that properly takes.
A week.
Yeah. Retraining typically takes about a week.
Right.
Yeah, and comprehend languages is not a spell I have in my spell book, so
Right. So then again, actually, would comprehend languages, because I think that's just to understand it. But
and then at heightened you can speak.
okay. At what level?
I was just looking at it one moment. Heightened to 3rd.
Oh, okay. So that actually would potentially work, but again, just I suppose that also technically depends. I would assume with retraining and downtime, I assume would travel time, well, like would the act of being in travel negate that, or would that still?
Considering how active your guys' travel had been, like for whenever you guys were on the ship from Christovin to Cliffwatch, that was a bit more passive travel because you guys weren't really doing a whole lot.
Right.
But then you guys have kind of been actively traveling through Kalint and kind of having to deal
Right.
with the environment and whatnot, and there's been a lot of shifting. So that
It's not
being
combat, but it's not downtime.
right, that kind of being
Right.
my logic.
Yeah.
Because Azalin did some retraining on the ship from Christovin to Cliffwatch. Just because you guys were on a boat.
Right.
That's a good question, Dave.
Oh.
Yeah, did we think to ask the library for any sort of comprehend language spells or items?
No, but the library was non-magical, I will say.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, that was the thing. That
Basically just book.
Yeah, it was just a straight public library kind of stuff, kind of thing.
Right.
yeah, it was it was basically if you don't know the language to read the book, sucks to suck.
Fair enough.
Let's see. Is there anything else anyone is for around about this time?
I think I'm good.
I think as far as the shopping trip
Same.
goes, I think we've got about what we need. So now, I guess,
Yeah,
first we'll
unfortunately.
head back to the inn for our lunch, and yeah, now comes more decisions on how to move forward with what ends and leads to follow.
Right. Oh yeah, been a few hours. So, but it's about noon, and you can tell because you can see through the material that is kind of draped between the rib cages. You can see the sun kind of hazily, and it is directly overhead at this point. So it is even like shining through the slight uh, slits that there are and whatnot.
And I don't suppose, like, I would imagine it might be a bit hard to tell from just the sheer distance and size, but any way of telling exactly what kind of material that is draping it, or
No,
just
not. It's kind of hard. You now, admittedly, it does like go all the way down to the ground. So you could potentially go
like
to the
if we wanted to go to the edge of the
right,
rib cage, but it's just a passing curiosity.
right. I keep saying canvas, but it's not. It's a little thinner than canvas.
Okay.
Or it looks like it would be. It's more translucent, I should say, than what canvas would be.
Cheesecloth.
Oh God.
It's just a tarp. It's just a very big fucking tarp.
Those are more opaque than canvas.
No, it's just burlap. Just shitty burlap. It's the entire back half of the wyvern is actually just in a great big potato sack.
Damn, it's a lot of potatoes.
IRA intensifies.
It died in a potato sack race. That's actually what killed it. It tripped and snapped its fucking neck.
It's a lot of neck to snap.
That whole
New
story
canon.
about the rune giant slaying it in a ferocious heroic battle. Nah, bullshit. It just
No, they challenged it to a potato sack race, except one of them threw a fucking stick in the way right at the end there. Tripped the poor son of a bitch, fell and snapped its neck.
Dick move.
Oh, and they made up the story so they'd be heroic instead of exposed as dicks.
Yeah. History's a real bitch, ain't it?
It's bullshit, but I believe it.
Not so great worm.
Jake is frantically writing it. Oh no, what have I done?
There's going to be a crazy person on the corner yelling this stuff.
We have established me magic is coming to life.
Yeah, I should have been more careful, I suppose.
He won't let our memes just be dreams.
I am a fun and fanciful god.
Yeah, and I know we discussed this, but because yes, we were blocked off from the upper jaw area. The higher markets is also not exactly accessible to the public. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Could you re-ask the question?
We're not exactly welcome in the upper jaw area, due to it being the seat of nobility. We couldn't quite get to the upper markets. It's not exactly public access. Like, no.
You haven't tried yet.
Right.
I mean, I would like to try.
Okay.
True. Yeah, we didn't really actually get to see what's up in the spine, so
Yeah, I'm
right.
just,
So we do
I'm
that
gonna
before
do
we try and hire back to the.
The next best thing.
Yeah, I feel like that might be smart just to exhaust our options.
Yep. Yeah. Just see if there's anything we might have missed. Okay.
Sure.
That is fair.
Yeah. So as you guys are heading towards the you're kind of weaving your way through the crowd. You get yourself some lunch.
Pierogies.
Pierogies.
How magical are they?
They're pretty fucking good. They're pretty fucking good.
Right on.
5 silver.
Right on. That's fine.
5 silver for some pretty bomb ass pierogies. And a flagon of alcohol.
$5 for some pierogi and beer. Yeah, I mean, like, I've definitely paid more for worse.
Yeah.
No,
Count me in.
The owner of that food cart, by the way, I can only describe as loving and doting Polish grandmother.
As it should be.
Yes.
As it should be.
She is she is helped run the food cart by her 17 sons and grandsons.
Oh, they finally added this to the game. I'm so happy in Foundry.
Huh?
Remove value, not specific type.
Oh, yeah, that's been for a while.
I haven't noticed it.
Also, real quick,
I've been doing mental math.
Not going to matter to anybody, but I grew up around Hamtramck. I know that old mother.
Yes.
God.
She's very sweet, but if you cross her, she will fucking kill you.
No, she won't. She's got people that do that for her.
She'll just She'll fucking kill you. She'll just lift you up and snap your spine in half.
Not wrong.
All Bane style.
Yeah.
I was
depends.
just giving him a hug.
Depending on how far the arthritis has gotten. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. God. Yeah, shit. Just. You know what? Fuck you, Jake. You've now gotten me craving pierogies.
Yep.
'Cause I haven't had those in fucking years.
I had
Big
them
same.
yesterday.
Double fuck you now.
Worst part is we just did our fucking grocery shopping. It's like feels like a waste to go back just to get those.
It is never a waste to go get pierogi. That's fair though. So yeah, we'll grab our snags and our can of Coke and move on with our lives.
Nagging a can of Coke, yeah. No, yeah, so you guys eat at the food cart. Well, kind of just getting a chance to people watch, honestly. And there's a lot of people here. Like obviously, they're it being kind of the capital of Kalint. You expected there to be people, but you didn't expect there to be this many people. And from what you can tell, actually, there's quite a few people of kind of different nationalities. Like obviously, I would say roughly 80% of the people you see, you kind of guess to be Kalint or Kalint native from the how they kind of look. But there are quite a few people you can see that are, of darker skin tone or that do speak with accents that are not Kalint in nature. And everyone seems to be, kind of obviously yes. You count roughly every 20 minutes. You see a guard squadron, a guard, a duo, kind of patrol by. But for the most part, it's everyone's kind of just keeping to themselves. There are some, as much as someone can keep to themselves when they're on a shopping trip.
Right. Hmm.
The occupation is definitely in full swing, but people are trying to make the best of it.
Hmm.
And eventually, as you are full pay, kind of finish off your drink before you go. Gather your things and head on.
Towards
Towards
rib.
yes, towards the nearest rib. And you can as you get there, you can see that it's actually fairly well traveled. There are people coming up, going down, or I'm sorry, going up or coming down. And as you get there, it's kind of thinner at the bottom and kind of gets wider as you go. But you can see while there are as you kind of enter into the rib, there are stairs that lead up. In fact, it's kind of like two sets of stairs that kind of spiral along the inside of the rib. And you can see that there's one set of stairs that is mostly used for upgoing travel, and one set of stairs is mostly used for downcoming travel to kind of keep it more easy flowing. You also see that it is for a 1 gold fee. There is a lift that will take you partway up the rib to reduce the walking time.
That seems pretty steep of a fee. A gold? That
Yeah, I'm gonna hoof it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't that lazy.
Goddamn nobleman elevator.
Here, coin operated elevator, and there are 10 silver dollar slots.
Right.
No, yeah. As you guys are, yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Just
As you guys head up the not the elevator, as you head up the stairs, it's a bit of a trip. I'd say it takes you roughly 30 minutes.
30 minutes of stairs. Fuck.
We are climbing up a dragon's ribcage.
Like that's true, but like, goddamn, maybe I am that lazy. Maha probably isn't, but fuck, I would be.
Right? No, and as you get partway up, right when you get to where the rib starts to kind of curve slightly to where it becomes curve more, I should say, towards the spine, you actually pass a station where it's more flat, kind of flat, and you see that there are actually golems are pulling the chain of the lift up and down, basically.
Okay.
Not people, thank fuck. But there are like golems, just kind of clay golems, kind of.
Noted.
Pulling and lowering the elevators, the lifts, as needs be.
Okay. Yeah, traffic is still pretty free flowing.
Yeah.
Coming and going this way. Okay.
There a lot of people, you notice there are even benches set up at this kind of landing area where the elevator, where the lifts raise up, just because like people are stopping to take a rest. They're kind of relaxing, stretching their legs out. You see a few people kind of with their shoes off, rubbing their feet.
Me thinking back to 2 weeks when we were crossing the fucking frozen wastes.
Yeah.
And ambushed by a young white dragon, but what?
What? And as you continue on up the rib, you do eventually get to a part where it is, the two staircases actually kind of start to merge together onto a landing, and you arrive in the upper spine markets. And as you arrive, things are, due to the nature of course, the bones. It's it's fairly sturdy up here, all things considered, and considering it is now back to being kind of enclosed in chambers that have been chiseled out of the bone. It's a bit sturdy. It's sturdier than you anticipated it being. If anyone has vertigo, whew. And then as you're kind of going up and down the spine, you see that there are footbridges that are kind of chain link suspended bridges. I think I'm phrasing the no, it would be basically a it's I'm failing to think of the exact wording for it, but it is like, it's a fairly standard like wooden planks with the chains going across from vertebrae to vertebrae. You can kind of hold on to.
And just a suspended bridge.
Suspended bridge, yes, between each vertebrae. And as you look down, you can see the entirety of the lower spine markets, and it stretches out for a ways. Really, all the, you can see people moving like waves. Effectively, you can literally just see all these people moving like water, amidst each other and against and around, moving between various different stalls. It's to use the classical term of the meaning of the word awesome.
Right. That is not a view that you really are going to get
No.
anywhere else.
And as you cross between different vertebrae, that is about the only break in the material that is kind of coating around between the ribs. And you are up. It's very windy up here between the vertebrae. You can definitely.
I suppose again, just to sort of pique that curiosity, now that we're actually up here along the spine, are we actually able to get a better look and idea of what exactly it is that's draped between the ribs?
Yeah. It does look admittedly kind of close to canvas. You figure it's probably canvas or a type of canvas. Something that lets in light but still kind of blocks the worst of the weather.
Right.
I'm going to assume it's not like sailcloth.
No.
Right.
Okay.
Although you figure it's probably not far off.
Yeah. Just kind of looking over it and just sort of musing and muttering to himself at this point, just like, God, I'd hate to have to be one of the repairmen after a huge winter storm sweeps around here. Managing that has to be a bitch.
And as you've gotten up here, and you're kind of in the upper spine markets, the way people are dressing in more fancy clothing, you've noticed. And of course now there are actual like shops, so to speak. There are,
Right.
you're it's very similar to the skull. There are narrow hallways that kind of open up into, obviously without, there are doors and whatnot, but proper shop marketing and whatnot.
Right. Okay. I suppose just as far as this particular rib where we've gotten our way up, are there any particular like signs or advertisements for any shops in particular just right nearby? Just what are we close to?
You guys are close to a, oh gosh, let me think. Um let me you know what? Warden, roll me a D10. Okay. Sorry, I love the fact that it's the party loot goblin technically. Okay. Let's see. The nearest signage you guys would see, there is there's a sign for gosh, a what seems to be an herbalism shop, herbalism and alchemy. Um, you see signage for a prosthetics shop. And signs for oh sorry, the music cut out right then and I was like, fuck. A just kind of a, you also see kind of a signage for what you kind of gather is a kind of higher end general shop. As well as you do catch a sign for Fizzle Pop's magical threads.
Huh?
Also, Crimbaw's magical tattoo parlor.
Not particular interest
Holy
for
shit, it's
me.
Crimba.
I say Crimbaw, shut up.
Mayor Crimba.
Mary Crimbaw.
Magical threads. Well, I suppose if we want to try and find any potential use for magical stuff, that would be our first place to look. If they don't have something, maybe they could point us elsewhere.
Yeah.
Wasn't Theft looking for an alchemical shop as well earlier?
That was before I spent all of my money.
That's fair.
Yeah. God,
Would
I'm
it be
trying to
worth
remember
checking
what.
to see if you get money that you want to come back to this place?
Valid.
Right.
Yeah, I guess if we want to take a little bit more poking around, I could always see what they have.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, let's check the magical threads. And then, yeah, see if they don't have what we're searching for, which I don't necessarily think they will, but maybe if we can just find any other shops along the way or that they could point us to.
Okay. And you do notice, as you guys are passing between the vertebrae, there are guards kind of stationed, two to a piece, on every part of vertebrae. Two on one side of a vertebrae, you go across a bridge, there's two more guards at the opening of that vertebrae. And just kind of...
Okay.
The guard
Okay.
presence is definitely more up here.
Right.
But for the most part, they're not harassing anybody. They're not not obtrusive. They're just there. Hell, a lot of them are just shooting the shit with random people who as they pass by.
Dude's doing a job.
Yeah. They are watching out and listening for any sort of trouble that might arise. But otherwise, easy fucking job.
God damn it. They're mall cops. They're fucking mall cops. They're part of military, but they're mall cops.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're Lone
Shit.
Star. Lone Star Security Services.
God damn it.
Oh,
Look.
God.
Better that it's not A, Knight Errant, or B, hardcore.
Because hardcore will just kill you.
Oh, God.
And then lose the paperwork.
Not a lie.
So, what did you say it was? Fizzle Pops?
Yes, Fizzle
For the,
Pop's magical threads.
Alright. Let's see what they got.
Sure, you head on inside. It's you find it fairly easily. There's a wooden sign inlaid. Sorry, I was trying to think of the word. With gold lettering across the top of the shop, which at the moment is open, of course, and you are able to just kind of from the thoroughfare, just able to just kind of whoop right in. Lots of cloaks on dummies. There are some scarves arranged very, very nicely. You see some boots and some gloves. And as you enter, a gnome kind of steps out from the back. Ah! Welcome. How can I help you, my fine customer? That brave was on me, not on him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was trying to think.
I was wondering whether that was going to be.
I was trying to think of a better word than customers, couldn't, and then just defaulted. Much like my mortgage, I have defaulted.
What?
What?
Gosh. Damn it, Dave.
Yes.
We're just here to simply have a look around the wares, see what you have in stock, what's in style, and anything that might be of use.
I understand entirely. Well, if something here doesn't quite catch your eye, I can do custom orders. Both in terms of just general clothing, but if needs be, I can put an enchantment or two upon it.
Would be of use. Actually, come to think of it, this may be like the one place where something that we've tried looking for in several other places hasn't really come through. I know we've tried finding anything to be able to try and counteract the snow blindness from wandering out in the ice fields and snow and everything.
Yeah.
I will
don't
say
suppose
this is specifically more of a tailoring shop, less
okay.
goggles.
Okay. I figured that it might not be a fit, but
a good
we might be
attempt.
on the track.
Yeah, a good attempt. No, this is definitely more of like a like clothwear kind of stuff.
Right.
In fact, Fef, you in fact spot on hanging from one of the dummies on display a clandestine cloak.
I wanna like sort of hunker down in a way to hide the fact that I have the same cloak, but how do you do that when you just hunker into the cloak?
Fair point.
God.
Is there anything specific I can perhaps help you find? I have several boots. If you find yourselves needing to, I don't know, walk up walls, I have these slippers of spider climbing. I have, if you may be interested, if you need to lift something beyond your means, a few lifting belts in supply. If you're perhaps looking to put an extra spring in your step, might I interest you in these boots of bounding?
I'm I'm trying to think if there's any way to I'm not sure.
in character.
Well, not necessarily just that, but also just well, I don't even know if necessarily Maha would even know or have a fucking frame of reference on because there's some specific items and like things that can be worn by eidolons to give them bonuses.
Oh yeah, collars and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, which I don't even know if that's even something Maha himself would even be aware of
Right.
just yet. So
Not quite.
probably not quite. Yeah. Plus, I can only imagine the fucking indignation from Glinthatook if he were to even suggest something like that.
Yeah, because I'm trying to find out how to do this in character, because this is the most likely place to have something I desperately want but don't have the money for.
Oh no.
What?
We'll take a quick break from Pathfinder for a moment. As some news has broken.
Uh-oh.
The Seshoseki, the stone that has that imprisoned the legendary demon fox Tamamo no Me, has split in half. And moments later, the warding rope around the stone broke.
I don't like that.
This season's getting real fucking weird, y'all.
Who had evil spirits for March?
We're about to enter the demon arc of the anime.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah, no. Stone that imprisoned a legendary demon fox splits in half, and then the warding rope around it breaks immediately. That shit's cursed, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's about
I
as
hate
actually
that.
cursed as something gets.
I that what the fuck? Like fucking. All right, what's all right, guess we got to go on a fucking side quest. What's the ritual to reseal it? Fucking
Right?
it's like, look, yo,
What do I
I
get
know
for doing this?
it's just
It better be a high tier fucking body armor.
I'll give you 250 yen.
Good
God.
enough.
Here, go buy a Haichu.
Right. But no, yes.
What is it that Pax is actually looking for then?
Yeah, Pax, what are you looking for?
Daredevil boots.
Hmm.
I want them very badly. I don't have the money even remotely now.
That's
But
fair.
if he has them, I will mark it because I want them.
He does not.
Okay. I'm not saying I'd rob him.
But you are a rogue.
I like how he's just silent now.
Potentially of interest to Theth, though admittedly far outside of Theth's price range at this point, are a item on display called the Gloves of Storing.
Oh yeah, that sounds awesome.
Just give him all the things.
Yes. But yeah, no. Kind of limited supply. But it's very finely made kind of thing. But yes. Since I guess I'm assuming no one really sees anything that kind of catches their eye.
No, I was actually gonna go. No, I was leaving the store.
Oh, okay.
I actually did want to check out the. You said there was a tattoo, like
Magical tattoos.
magical
Yes.
tattoo
Yes.
place.
Emporium, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to go check that out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Lorenz on that one because
I already got one. I would maybe like more of them, depending on their price range.
That's fair. Fair. Okay. And you kind of come in, and it's definitely a tattoo parlor. Like that. There's a lot of there's some chairs for sitting in various positions in, and as you enter a very just large, uh, very very large, kind of bearded, um. Hmm. No, it's not quite large, but he is bearded. It's a hobgoblin, just super fucking tatted out hobgoblin. As you enter, just greetings.
Evening, well, afternoon, I suppose.
Ah,
I came in to take a look at your art.
well, and he kind of pulls out a book, a repertoire. Well, I've got quite a few on hand with various different magical inks available. I personally specialize in warding tattoos. Although I have also recently learned how to do a familiar tattoo. If you're looking to get yourself a familiar on hand at any time, haha.
God damn it.
Hey, what kind of tattoo you looking for, friend? As I stab myself with my pencil.
Don't do that. Sorry, Archives is nothing. This is being super fucking slow right now.
Yeah, it's
Right.
really fucked up at the moment.
Yeah,
Is it the Fox Demons?
probably.
Might be the Fox Demons.
Oh, see, I'm not using Firefox though.
It's true.
Shit, I am.
Ah, see, you invited them into your home.
Hmm?
That's okay. I actually kind of know the one I'm looking to get. Most have been mostly. You can tell by my gear. I'm sure it's protection I'm most often looking for. So warding tattoos is a good sign.
Hey, wonderful.
Being perfectly honest, twixt you and I got a tattoo that made in the heat of the moment. Make bad decisions.
We've all been there.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna actually Lawrence is gonna grab his fucking ponytail and move it aside and actually like hold the hair up from the back of his head too to show off the back of his neck. To show off a mark that is clearly infernal.
You you had to go some places to get that, friend.
Yeah, like I said, bad choices.
For certain.
So I'm dealing with them as one should.
As only one can.
But I was glad to hear that you do warden tattoos, friend, on account of you might be able to do me some work that can help.
I just might be able to. Well, would you like a base warding tattoo or maybe something a little more specialized?
As far as I'm aware, I've done a lot of looking into it, and there is a variation on the warding tattoo specializes in devils and fiends.
I'm familiar. I know that one.
Might be a good help.
It's not cheap.
How much we're talking?
Normally, what I charge is about 900 gold pieces.
Okay.
Magical ink being what it is, of course. A little expensive. But, considering I can tell you're not the usual kind of clientele we get here, I'd be willing to bring that down a little bit. Perhaps 750?
Sorry, I've been like fucking scrambling. The archive is not this fucking up really threw me off because I had the page open and then it died.
Yeah,
You can
no.
actually do it through your inventory in Foundry.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I have the book open. I just needed to get the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I was going to say, if you use the little search thing on the equipment, you can actually search out tattoo.
He's trying to charge me 900 gold for
yes. For a warding tattoo fiend. You're in the rich part of the city.
I can tell, Jesus. just gonna kind of give him a look for a minute. Well, maybe I'll have to come back some other time, because, being perfectly honest, I ain't used to shops that supply to such a well-to-do clientele, and the markups involved therein, being frank.
That is understandable. Pax, you doing a perception check there?
Yeah,
What for?
the thing right above it.
Oh,
I want to see if I try to click those just so you can see them too.
Gotcha. I heard the clicky clack. I was like, what? And then tabbed it back in. Okay. Trying to sense motive.
Mm-hmm. Nothing obvious, but something's pinging a little.
Right. Well, you gathered that he's not being super malicious in marking it up. It's just legitimately is used to serving higher end clientele and is used to charging prices that are above standard and being people buying that.
Okay, prices are marked up because rich people won't value it if it's not high enough.
Right.
Yeah. I'm talking a full 3 times markup, too.
Right.
Yeah. Nope.
Well, what kind of price range are you looking for, friend?
Not one you're willing to go down to, I don't doubt. I've got a decent amount of money on me, but I'll just... Sorry, I actually then immediately forgot, because also my character sheet just died.
Oh.
Fox demons.
Yep.
Please no.
See, maybe I'm protected because I use Firefox.
Maybe. How's highest I can go is 350 gold, I'm afraid.
Hmm. Give me a diplomacy check. Tell you what. Because clearly have some issues.
Clearly.
And I mean that in the best way possible. Not to be offensive.
No offense to be made, there are issues.
And because, well, I'm in the of helping people deal with issues. 350. I can do that.
Sounds good to me. You got the time?
I've got I have nothing scheduled for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, cool. I'll pull out 35 platinum on the spot.
I'm gonna pitch 10 platinum in on this because I know how important it is to Lorenz, having been witness to the majority of it.
Right.
Sure.
We'll pull out 25 platinum on the spot.
And kind of fair enough. And he takes the platinum, kind of counts it and counts it again before.
Right.
Fair.
Right.
I'd be surprised if he didn't bite it, to be totally honest.
Puts it in a till.
You mind letting folks know what I'm up to here? Pax?
I'll tell everybody.
Thank
The
you.
bare minimum, not the...
Yeah, of course.
And you see he kind of starts loading in effectively a medieval tattoo gun with a faintly glowing ink.
And I'll actually remove the removing the chest piece of the armor and opening up the arming wear so that it can
Right.
go from where the actual, basically the intent is for it to go around the mark that already exists and kind of down the back.
That's kind of what I figured. Okay. And that'll take you, I'm going to say, probably 3 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
So Pax returns to you guys as I'm assuming you guys are just starting to leave the...
Ma's actually not going to leave just yet because
Okay.
I figured that this guy might actually be a decent one to ask. I've got a bit of an interest in magic too, though nothing quite so much of the permanent sort as tattooing. I don't suppose you know of anyone within the city that would be dealing in any sort of scrolls or staves or other sorts of implements for spellcraft?
Ooh. I'm not particularly the person to ask. However, you may try Koriz. He is just down the hall in this vertebrae. He runs the prosthetics shop. Funnily enough, surprisingly, quite knowledgeable in the occult.
Interesting enough.
This is the tattoo artist saying all this.
No, that is the...
Okay, yeah, my bad. Lost track.
Yeah, this is back in the tattoo parlor. Or not this is back in the clothing store. Son of a bitch. Ah!
Oh no, it's spreading.
Okay. Well, I was... Okay, that's why I was saying with my comment of nothing is permanent as tattoos. I thought we were with him and...
Oh no, because you guys were still in the clothing shop and you were asking.
Yeah, like I basically just fucked off. If anybody wanted to come with me, that's fine.
All right, that was where I misunderstood that bit. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's why I specifically commented that I was going with.
Got it. Okay, all right. But yeah, I suppose the question posed to the other guys fine. All right, cool. So, core is prosthetic shop. Now live on the cult. Okay. All right. Good to know. All right. So maybe check this prosthetic shop. Talk with this Chorus.
Yes.
Okay. I believe we will make that our next stop then.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't interest you in anything, but I do understand.
Sometimes needs aren't quite that specific to a line, but hey, if something catches my eye, I might be coming back around.
I look forward to potential future business.
Take care.
And you, friend. And you.
So, yeah, let's head down to the prosthetic shop then.
Okay.
Or would this be about... Would this be still before Pax gets back to us, or would he be coming around at this
Pax,
time?
I would say you get back to them just as they're starting to leave the shop.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll probably need to come back and wait for Lorenz. He's getting a tattoo.
Actually decided on one, eh?
Yep. So I'm going to help him stand up in our fights a little better.
Okay. Well, he certainly can take a punch, but if he can handle that bit much more, all the better. Well, weren't able to really find anything much of interest here at the clothing shop, as it were, but did get a potential tip that there may be something more in the line for scrolls and spellcasting implements at the prosthetic shop instead. Shopkeep Coraz supposedly knows a good bit about the occult, so might be able to ask a thing or two to him. Shall we get on?
That is up to you guys.
Lead the way.
I'm assuming Lorenz is going to be taken up for a fair bit with that tattoo then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gives us time. All right. So yeah, to the prosthetic shop then.
And you guys find it fairly easily. It's fairly well marked. And as you kind of step inside, it's a little bit of a disconcerting sight of the fact that, like, there are these prosthetic limbs just kind of on display, both in kind of cabinets, like display cabinets, but also sometimes just hanging from the ceiling.
I was gonna say we're just seeing like arms and legs hanging everywhere.
Little bit. Made from different materials. And some you can definitely tell there's like budget options versus made from literal gold.
God.
And as you kind of step inside, there's a 7'9" armored woman just kind of leaning against the wall, just with a fairly heavy plate armor and a fairly large sword, just kind of watching you guys as you enter, very silently, fairly quietly, but definitely watching. And behind the counter, kind of standing up a little straighter. It's a effeminate, kind of androgynous looking elf. Hard to tell exact gender from straight appearance. Pale elf, brunette hair, kind of long, and their right hand is a prosthetic hand. Looks to be almost kind of silvery in make, very elegant looking and whatnot. Greetings. How can I help you?
Yes. Hello. Might you be Koriz?
That would be I. Indeed, I am the proprietor of this shop.
Pleasure to meet you.
And you. Kind of looks around at all of you, just immediately trying to like find who needs what. And it's like,
No. All of our digits intact, thankfully. At least I'm hoping. I've just looking back towards Fef. Just doing a quick double check after the other days. That's just like you do still have everything, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
with the confidence.
Nervously rifling the bag of holding.
Shit.
The confidence that I respect.
Oh, nothing in the department of prosthetics for us today. Though we did hear from a fellow shopkeep up here in the spine that you may have some potential, if not supply, then knowledge on potential spellcasting implements or paraphernalia.
Yes, I am. It is not necessarily my main business, but I might be able to help you with that. What were you looking for? The arcane world is very vast. The arcane and occult world.
Oh, they're more vast than many of us may ever know in our lives, I am sure. I've only begun to scratch that surface, I feel. But our need isn't particularly that great of an expanse, though still a fair one. We were hoping for any sort of means to send messages across great distances.
Something like a sending spell is what you would be looking for.
That would be the ideal, yes. I don't suppose you have any sort of means on you or ways that we could find said means.
Well, I don't have any arms enchanted with with sending. As much fun as that would be. and you can see as it's moving, like there are legit just like gears on the joints, effectively. The gears acting as joints, and the various different like digits are.
So they're all articulated?
Yes,
Okay.
it is 100% effectively 1-to-1 articulated.
It's impressive.
In my possession, may have a few scroll of sending. Or scrolls of sending.
I know that such means are not the easiest to come by, and I imagine in times such as these are probably very tightly controlled, if at all possible, by certain parties.
They certainly wish to be. They certainly wish they were. Now, what a person has in their possession and what the government knows they have in their possession is
Need not be the same.
exactly. Is tax evasion truly a crime? No. That's just
Theft furiously checking notes.
Just like, wait, hold on. I heard this once before. Shit, what was the answer? I know we had this lesson.
Holy shit.
What page were my notes on?
What book were they in? In which bag? In the bag of holding.
All that being said, how many were you looking for? They are, as you mentioned, not as you figure, not cheap. Their fairly bright green eyes kind of glancing around at all of you.
Right.
Adventurous.
Aye, that we are.
And if I had to wager, they not local.
We've traveled some ways. Bit far from home, you see. Finding ways to keep contact, give reassurances, check in time to time.
Of course, I understand. All right, it is.
Hold on.
It is a new month, which means it is a new Carl.
Gentlemen, behold.
Carlther?
No, it's Arnold Karlstein.
Fuck.
The file name for this one is "Get Me Off This Bitch's Crazy Fucking Bus."
I'm almost a little bit depressed that well, maybe you do have another one. I'm a little sad that there wasn't a Carlos.
Oh, there's that one. That's just.
You guys don't seem to
Wait.
understand. I look for this stuff occasionally and send him entire Google
on.
search pages of them.
God.
Do you have
Oh,
a Carl?
What do you mean by that?
Like Carl is a car?
Also, I've sent him plenty of Carl material as well.
God.
Yeah, I will own up to last month's was my submission.
Yeah, like
I'm
there's
just glad the last month is gone. All right.
But yeah, there's a full cult to this shit now. I don't know if y'all are aware, but yeah, I have Carl as Lightning McQueen.
Perfect.
I had a feeling.
That one is just saved as Carl Chow.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's so good.
So,
Oh god.
Refocusing,
Snapping back.
snapping back to reality. Oh, there goes Carl.
God.
Oh god.
If I were to ask for 3 scrolls, would you have that many, and what price would be asked?
At just for material costs, that would be 150 gold pieces each. That is just for the spell involved and the materials required to inscribe it. Admittedly, for 3 of them, the Clarissa, dear, would you mind? Okay. The tall woman at the door just kind of quietly steps to the door, stepping and just kind of shuts it. Now that no wanderers by can listen in. 150 gold for 3 scrolls ascending, and they kind of go behind the counter, kind of dig down low, go get down below the counter for a second, and you hear some stuff rustling around before a long scroll tube is produced, and just kind of 3 different scrolls produced on the counter. Is 475 gold agreeable, and I will throw in the scroll case.
A moment, if you will.
Of course.
Kind of confer with the others for a bit of just, well, we may be able to manage with just the single one. I figured asking for 3 would be a decent way to ensure if we have need of sending another future message for emergency. Do we think this is a fair enough deal? Or do we step it back?
I have no idea how much stuff like this is supposed to cost, so
I'm a bit less trained in the more refined and practical arcane arts myself as well.
Don't look at me.
The one person that is
The scroll
actively
right.
trained in the arcane
Right.
arts, currently in
Right.
down the hall getting a tattoo. Just
You know, as it were.
Casual shit. Just wizard stuff.
Well,
you see, by the way, Cora is actively like turned away from you guys, just inspecting various different prosthetics, very much trying to not eavesdrop in a admittedly somewhat small and enclosed shop space.
right. Let's just turn back and say, well, it is 150 for each. That is a fairly small margin to mark up for just figuring just the materials. Sounds equitable enough.
My wife and I were once adventurers, so I understand the struggles of trying to get a merchant to pay a fair price.
I can still, all the same, understand the need to make a living.
Yes.
But I do believe that price set forth is agreeable. 475 for the scrolls in the case. Sounds more than fair.
Excellent. Oh. And they kind of pop open the top and just slide the 3 scrolls in, close it up, and offer it over.
Excellent.
And if you ever decide, or not decide, if you ever happen to lose an extremity,
Pray that we never do, but
don't we all?
you certainly have quite the selection, and I believe we know who we can turn to.
I hesitate to say I look forward to seeing you again. Because, of course, I sincerely hope that you never have need to see me again. That being said, have a wonderful day.
Actually, just trying to think. Actually, no. I was gonna consider about like a potentially asking for another scroll with the comprehend languages, but yeah, that's starting to also stretch my wallet a bit much, and I think that I could probably manage with a retrain if we just take some time in the city to have that ready for. Well, we need. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to actually talk with the sending first to find out if that's even a route we might go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting ahead of myself. Yeah, I think the sending scrolls are going to serve well enough. So yeah, I think we're good to leave. All right, unless anyone else had anything they wanted to ask Cora's about, or
Not I.
just pick up an insurance policy, as it were. A replacement warranty. No, I think we're all set.
The door is opened back up, and she moves out of the way, and
So, where was this tattoo parlor you mentioned that our friend was at?
It's just back down the hall, basically.
Let's see how that's coming along for him.
okay. As you guys head on over to the tattoo parlor, it's not been terribly long, honestly. So Lorenz is still kind of effectively shirtless in the chair, and just
Right.
I'll be right with you.
No need to rush on our behalf. We're just checking up on our friend here.
Oh, friends of yours?
They are.
Ah, wonderful. Well, it's going to be a while, so get comfortable.
Gonna look to them, just say, well, do we want to stick around here, or anyone have any other business to attend to while we wait on this?
Yeah, anyone?
Not I.
Because we've still got like what, probably a couple hours for his tattoo to finish.
Yeah, they said it was going to take about 3 hours. So
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, I guess yeah, we can probably just stick here. But I guess just kind of gonna hold up and wave the scroll case just to show Lorenz.
friends will look over it, nod, kind of make a mental note to ask about it when this is all done and we're not in a.
Sure. Well, I think that's a good spot for the evening. Uh, It's getting somewhat late. I know we started a little late.
Right.
Yeah. Good session, everyone. 100 experience.
And goes to Walmart.
A good old shopping episode. Fucking hell.
Beach episode in 4 weeks.
I don't think you want to go to a Clint Beach.
You can't tell me what to do. I mean, you can, technically.
I mean, I think going to a Clint Beach is how you get some frostbite and end up needing to visit Chorus.
Yeah, most regrettably, this dude did not sell magical tattoos called Arctic Vigor, where you can ignore extreme cold and severe cold.
I was looking at that too.
Yeah. So, no, we ain't doing that. We're not joining the Polar Bear Club.
Fuck no. God, I'm just remembering my brother, fucking with going to Ohio State. He was always part of the Mirror Lake tradition of just yeah. For those not too familiar with the OSU and Michigan rivalry, essentially the Thursday before the rivalry game between Ohio State and Michigan, it was tradition for students to jump into Mirror Lake. Which, by the time this game is happening, it's usually November in Ohio.
Yeah.
That lake's cold. I think the Mirror Lake tradition has cut down a lot recently because now it always seems like the rivalry game takes place the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Hope everyone had fun. I will see you guys obviously throughout the week. And hope everyone if anyone tuned in had some fun. And we'll be back next week, presumably, assuming nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
And we'll return with probably skip forward to Lawrence finishing up his tattoo.
Right.
Yeah. Have a wonderful evening. As always, stay good, neighborhood. See you guys soon.
Goodbye.
Bye.